Usually there's already
You're in
traps.
here. That's all that matters. Yeah, they'll be in there. What's up, everybody? Welcome back once again to Hot Toys Hotline Live, episode 113. Yes, 113. We're just counting them up week by week. Guys, we have a special guest tonight. We got to get Joey introduced right off the bat.
Yo.
Everybody else does their we'll hide them off screen. We'll do that. I can't copy other people, so we got to get right into it, man. So, Joey, it's great to finally have you here, bro. We've talked about it a million times, I feel like, and it's like one of those things like, oh, yeah, we'll get you on, and you're like, I'll get you on, and it just goes round and round. I'm like, you know what? This is a crazy week. There's so much shit. I'm like, we're getting Joey on. So, Joey, I appreciate you, especially coming on short notice. But it's great to finally have you here.
I know. I was like, I had to come. I had to. I was speeding over here because I was almost late, but I don't like to be late. So I was like,
late
all right,
on the first day, dude. That'd be crazy.
Can't do that.
First shift and you're late. That would have been really bad.
No, I can't do that. But I appreciate you for having me on, man. We've been, like you said, we've been trying to do this for a while, and I'm glad it's finally here.
I agree. And Chris is here. He's got his little boy, so he's gonna have to be muting here and there because he's trying not to be rude. Cause, you know, sometimes kids can be loud, but he's here with us. Chris is on time. Not yet. Yeah. So just a forewarning, guys. He might be muting here and there, but Mike will be here as well. I see Mike's already in the chat. I did not send Mike the link. Actually, maybe I didn't. My bad. Mike said link, please. Mike, see, this is what happens when you're only on Instagram, dude.
He didn't get the goal up. He didn't have his music going. He didn't have,
I had the music going, but it was on slacking. He actually did text. Wait, what did I send him? Oh, I literally just tagged him in the story. My bad. Mike. There you go. I didn't do the goal, guys. You guys always know I do my my donation goal here. So let me put that up. We're not doing 10. I don't think I'm that important, guys. We'll do 5 at the lowest amount. All the colors. Set a timer. We'll just do max 3 hours, and then this goal is going to be I'm broke, guys. That's the goal for this one. I'm broke. All right. But, yeah, Mike will be here very shortly. We've got some people funneling in. As everybody drops in, feel free to say what's up. And I appreciate all you guys as you're dropping in. We got 15 people here already. So let's say what's up to everybody in the chat. Like I said, Mike will be joining us very shortly. I think this is the first time I've ever not sent Mike a link. I'm slacking today, dude. But a lot of great stuff this week, guys. We've got a lot to talk about. But let's say what's up to the chat. Chris getting the first chat in, guys. You cannot let us beat you in the chat, man. Some of you guys are usually on top of things, but tonight you're letting Chris beat you, man. But we got Chris in the chat saying what's up to everybody. Warming up the chat, as many people say. Yes, drop that like if you haven't already, guys. I would very much appreciate it. We got Pedro Lopez in the house, and I already know what's going to follow this. Of course, the hashtag hotline confirmed. I don't have anything special for you tonight. No juicy inside info or anything for you tonight, but I know you're always going to drop that. Pedro, thank you so much for being here, a channel member and a good friend of the channel. We appreciate you. Like I said, Mike will be joining us very shortly, and like I said, I apologize, Mike, for forgetting the link. Mike is another channel member, and then Chris is wearing Mickey ears here. Dude, they're always doing something to throw me off during my introductions. We got my boy, Fig Poser. I know he just changed his name. His new name is Fig Poser over on Instagram and now on YouTube, so definitely check him out. He's going to be posting up pictures of his collection and stuff. He's actually local to me in the DMV area, and he's a really cool dude. We chat all the time, so that's my boy. What's up, bro? Thanks for being here. As always, I appreciate you for dropping in. We got Field of Burn in the house. What's up, Field of Burn? Thank you so much for being here, as always. I hope you're doing well on this fine Tuesday evening. Always great to see you. And always awesome to see you over on Gio's channel. I know you've been on the panel over there a lot lately, so thank you so much for being here. We also got Julio in the house. What's up, Julio? Always great to see you. Julio says, what's up? Good morning from, he's in Australia on my 10 o'clock coffee break now. Can't wait for this episode. Hope all is well. Well, thank you so much for making the time for us in the crazy time zone difference. I very much appreciate that. Shout out to Australia. That's where our boy Jeremy Casa is from as well. So I'm still waiting on Jeremy to send me the Australian snacks. I sent him stuff from the U.S. like 8 months ago, and I just want a taste of the AU, and he just hasn't sent it to me.
What did you send him?
Dude, I sent him all kinds of random stuff. I sent, believe it or not, his favorite thing was Big League Chew. Like he
really?
loved it, dude. I sent him like 3 different flavors of Big League Chew, and he loved it. He's like, dude, send me more, please.
He loved it for like the 10 seconds of flavor it has.
Right. It is good though. It's a classic, dude. But
when you say the chew or whatever, I just think of that Ricky Bobby scene in the movie. He's like, if you don't chew Big Red, then you.
Dude, yeah, I just imagine Jeremy whole pack in the corner of his mouth, bro. Like he demolished those. But yeah, I said a Big League Chew, like combos, bugles, like all kinds of random chips, like anything you could think of, like childhood stuff for us.
Yeah.
It's like a staple I sent to him, random stuff. And he said he enjoyed most of it. But the Big League Chew was the hit, dude. So I got to send him more Big League Chew. But I'm withholding it from him until he sends me some Australian stuff. My boy Sneaky Figures in the house, a moderator and a channel member. What's up, my friend? I hope you're doing well on this fine Tuesday evening. Always great to have you here, bro. We got Sal in the house. I was just chatting with Sal actually before the stream went up. Sal, I appreciate you. Thanks for checking in on me, guys. I was sick last week. That's why I didn't go live. And I'm still like 95% better, but it's like you always feel that little tiny bit of like phlegm in the back of your throat before you're fully recovered. That's kind of where I am right now. I know it sounds gross, but it's true. We got another channel member and the GOAT himself.
Give me one. I think it's hailing again. Give me 1 second.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Yeah, Joey's in the middle of a hailstorm, so he was telling me like, dude, I'm getting hammered right now. I'm like, I hope your car is okay. So he's probably checking on his car right now because I'm sure you guys know if hail gets pretty serious, it could really mess up your car. So he had that look of panic in his eyes. Hopefully everything's okay. But Moose says, hello, community of collectors. Big day in the 1-6 community. Collector Joey on the Hot Toys Hotline, and the Highlander lives in 1-6. Yes, very exciting. We're going to talk about that Highlander for sure. Of course, you know, I dropped my pre-order. Anyone named Connor deserves a pre-order in 1/6 scale from me, but awesome movie. I know they did a lot of stuff with that IP, the show even. But yeah, really exciting figure for sure. My boy Valk is in the house. What's up, Valk? A channel member and a great friend. Valk says, good afternoon, Joey, Connor, and Chris. Good afternoon to you. And I also love seeing you, my friend, over on Gio's channel. Gio is getting a great panel together over there. I love when panels have, like, you know, up and coming or smaller channels. That's my favorite, you know. So really, really awesome to see Gio building a really cool panel over on his channel. Batman Collectibles, what's up, bro? Batman, I know you're primarily a Batman collector, but I know you collect some other cool stuff. I'm curious if you're picking up that Blitzway DeLorean. Maybe we'll talk about that a little bit more as we get into that topic later in the stream. But yeah, I'm really, really excited about that piece right now. So I'm just interested to hear everybody's thoughts on it. Let's see. My boy Sneaky with the $2 super chat. Thank you, Sneaky. I appreciate it. He says Galen money. Dude, I'm going to need it. I'm going to need it. I've been talking to numerous people about trying to get this Galen. Friend of ours, Sneaky, I'm not going to say his name quite yet because I don't want people running over and messaging him, but a friend of ours is trying to help me out with another friend of, I think, both of your guys to possibly get me that Galen. And if that works out, I will be very grateful because I have an extensive Rogue One collection. I think the only thing I'm missing is the Jedha Patrol 2-pack. So to not have Galen in my collection is going to suck. So really hoping that works out for me. I've reached out to multiple sellers in Japan and stuff. So hopefully that works out. But thank you so much, bro. I very much appreciate the $2 super chat. Clone Trooper in the house. What's up, my dude? Clone Trooper says, Hot Toys Hotline taking us back to the future. Absolutely. We're going to be going back to the future. And I cannot wait to break that down. If you guys haven't seen my video, you're in for a treat because I'm going to break that down for you. We're going to talk it over with the chat and the panel and kind of see how everybody's thinking about that DeLorean, especially with the Hot Toys one. Spoiler alert, mine might no longer be in my house anymore. But we're going to talk about that for sure. But I appreciate you being here. Also, I appreciate you, JB, as well. Always great to see you, bro. Thank you so much for being here. I know you're probably really excited about that DeLorean as well. I know that's right up your alley. So thank you so much for being here, my friend. Valk says Aussie beef. I don't know what I'm getting, dude. I have no idea. Like I said, I gotta call Jeremy out in hopes that he hooks me up one day. You know, I mean, he hooks me up enough with all the figures he sends for review and stuff. Not that I get to keep him, but I just appreciate him doing that. But I want a taste of Australia, dude. Come on. My boy Brick Artemis in the house. What's up, my dude? I was hoping you would be here because we got 2 Across the Spider-Verse releases this week, closing off that line. Hopefully, maybe something in the future. You and I were talking about it the other day. But what's up, bro? Thank you so much for being here, as always. And we got to get Brick back on very soon. Very, very soon. Boba Fettuccini is in the house. Another channel member, guys. You guys are the best. I love seeing all the green in the chat. I really do appreciate you guys. As always, there's that join button down below and in the description as well. If you would like to become a Hotline Hottie, of course, that's not required, but I would very much appreciate it if you guys would like to support the channel so I can get that Galen Erso, man, because it's going to cost me some dough. But what's up, Boba Fettuccini? Thank you so much for being here, bro. Boba says, yo, 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 look at the handsome bastards on this panel. how we all did. I hope that you were going for how I just pronounced bastards. I hope that's what you're going for, because that was incredible. If that was, but thank you so much for being here, bro. And you're the handsome one. We're the ugly crew here. We're the night shift crew. Speaking of getting on the channel, I got to get Graham on soon. I was just telling Joey before we got started. I was like, the two people that I had on my list, top of my list, that I've been waiting to get on the stream for a while, was him and Graham. So Graham, you're next. Clear that schedule out. You have a little bit of a break because I'm going on vacation. Chris and I are going on vacation the third week of August, or excuse August, sheesh, April. So you have a bit of a break there, but I'm going to be knocking on your door very soon, my friend. Chris is holding that belt up, so I'm guessing a certain someone has popped in. And yes, he has. Sorry, guys, I'm doing my best to get through the chat. I know most people don't care, but I remember a couple streams ago, people were like, dude, just get on with it. It was one person, but I know he was just messing with me. But we got Big Dog Pound in the house, so we got to jump right to Big Dog Pound. What's up, Big Dog Pound? Dropping the love for everybody. Chris, of course, is going to get us riled up. He's got the micro belt out today, though, bro.
Yeah, I got Noah in the room, so I had to take the championship off of him. He said I could use it real quick because we cannot miss a stream like this. If you haven't already, welcome to the stream. Hit the like button down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Why wouldn't you be? Anyways, I am the Collecting Madness, the Hot Toys Willing and Dealing, UPS truck driving, delivering, wedding ring wearing. That's right. I had to make sure it was still there. Woo! Welcome in, Big Dog Pound.
Dude, he's got all the props. I didn't expect the UPS truck to come out of nowhere. That's crazy. And Big Dog Pound. Joey, is everything all right, by the way? Are we good?
Yeah,
bro,
I got the Squid Game dice up in here, too.
There is tornado sirens going off. There is hail. There is everything, but we're good.
And my boy's still screaming.
Don't you ever say Joey is not dedicated, because he is here. It's like...
dude, we got
literally it is like that right now, and I had to bring the cars in so the hail doesn't get it.
Dude, I was about to say I would be so scared. I'd be worried about the car the whole stream. So if you're looking off to the side the whole time, like
now we're good. I think we're good now. We got him like halfway in the garage at least.
Awesome, glad to hear.
We literally have to have a list of like people who show up for this stream, because like it's weird. It's on this stream. People are showing up.
Sean in the hospital bed. Joey
in the hospital bed. Like it's nuts.
Right? I was like, damn! Out of all the days, it had to be like this.
I know, dude. And then me, I just got a cold. I just got a cold.
He says if we don't show up, we pay the price.
I never said that. Real quick, Big Dog Pound, thank you so much, my friend, for the $5 super chat, just because he loves us. He's so sweet. I appreciate you, Big Dog Pound. You're too kind, my friend. Thank you so much for that. I kind of lost my place in line. Like I said, guys, I'm going to jump through. If I missed any of you guys as I'm jumping back into my line of comments here, I do apologize. I see my boy Jazzy in the house. What's up, Cochinos? What's up, Jazzy? Always great to have you here, bro. I hope you're doing well. Let's see. We got Jose Plus in the house. What's up, my dude? Jose says, what's up, everyone? I hope you're doing well, Jose. Thank you so much for being here, bro. Hail does suck. I don't experience hail very often, so I like I said, I hope everything's okay. I think he'll be okay. The force is with him.
Yes.
Galen Erso is with us tonight. I think we'll be okay.
AKA my garage.
Right, that is Galen Erso. And you are Stardust. You are his Stardust. Julio says, guys, I just pre-ordered the Blitzway DeLorean. It's freaking $1,900 in total to get it shipped to the AUs. I paid cheaper for the hot. That's crazy, dude. $1,900. But that's $1,900 AUD, right? You're not speaking USD, right? Even still, it's still pretty expensive. But damn, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. I know, like, and like people in the UK from Blitzway Global, they had to pay a higher deposit as well. It was like £100 from Blitzway Global. My dude, the GOAT, 1-6 lovers in the chat. I love this guy. I say it every time I see him. I know. We love this dude, man. 1-6 lovers and I chat all the time.
Yeah.
He makes Instagram fun for me because he tags me in all of his cool shit, and he gets early photos from Secret Base. And I'm like, and I ask him, like, dude, can you go get photos of this? He's like, no problem. Whenever I go next, I got you. So, guys, follow 1-6 lovers on Instagram, please. A great source of early information. He does great photos, great like early unboxings. I know we all rush to YouTube for early unboxing and stuff, but trust me, 1-6 lovers, he gets stuff up very quick on Instagram. So that's my guy. Definitely follow him. Joey can vouch you. You know,
yeah. Oh man, if you want to see some good pictures early, that's your guy right there.
Yeah, not like me, guys, because I was telling Joey about this. I'm like, dude, you know, I film all my videos with a cell phone camera. He's like, seriously? I'm like, yeah. I gotta upgrade.
You gotta make it work.
On point.
Yeah, you make it work though.
I appreciate it. I got to upgrade my shit, man. I quoted you on stream not long ago. What did you say? I think you said I'll be a god if I get a nice camera. I was like, I don't know about that, but I'll give it a shot. What's up, Peyton? A moderator and a good friend. The Gift Meister. He's got a gift for every occasion. What's up, Peyton? Thank you so much for being here, bro. Yes, sir. JB said Blitzway DeLorean and Connor Macleod all in one day, dude. I know, man. It's an exciting time and a lot of great stuff this week, so I'm just excited to talk about it. Uncarded Reviews in the house. What's up, Uncarded Reviews? Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Tijuana Mike, the GOAT, a.k.a. King Churro. I got to read the whole name, dude. A channel member, a great supporter, and always hyping up the chat. Not just in my chat, but everybody's chat. I hope you're doing well. Appreciate you for being here, as always, Mike. Let's see. What's garlic peasants? What am I missing out on? Is that a meme that I'm not aware of? Are you a garlic peasant, Joey? maybe I'm a garlic peasant. I like garlic. Maybe I'm a garlic peasant. 16 Star Wars Pimpazoid says, "What's up? I need a Galen Erso. Does anyone have a hookup, dude? I don't even have a hookup for you. I've got a couple guys trying to look out for me. And like I said, I don't want to say the one person in particular's name. He is a YouTuber who lives overseas, but he's got a friend who's going to the convention that might be able to help me out. But I never like giving them a shout out until after it's said and done because I don't want everybody to run to him because I know if I'm able to get one, that's like it. You know, he can't get any more. So I don't want to like send the army out. You know what I mean? I try to be fair, but I might not even get one. So I'm just waiting to see. But I think that's going to do it for our introductions. Long-winded, but happy to be here, guys. Mike should be here any second now. Let me double-check my Instagram, make sure I definitely sent it to him. Okay, I did. So just making sure I didn't leave him out. Okay. We're going to get started, guys. There's going to be a few figures here. We're not going to spend a lot of time on them, so don't immediately click out of the stream when you see this Fractal Iron Man and be like, they're going to spend 30 minutes. We're not. We're going to look at it and be like, cool, not for me or whatever. You know what I mean? We're going to spend very little time on the stuff that's going to bore some people. So, but we want to talk about it, though, because it all happened this week, and it kind of all happened at one time. So we're going to get it out of the way now, guys. We're going to share our thoughts really quickly. Chris might not even be here for it, so it might just be me and Joey real quick talking about the Fractal Iron Man.
Blink of an eye.
Right.
I'm here. Noah just needs attention.
Okay, cool. So Chris is here. I don't really have too much to say about this, guys. It's another Iron Man figure, obviously. There's going to be a lot of Iron Man variants. It doesn't make me mad personally because I know Hot Toys uses these repaints, and this is a little bit more than a repaint. You have some redesigning to the armor panels. They use the fun, cool shit like a LE 1500 Galen Erso. You know what I mean? So I'm not mad at this. I won't be getting it. My time of collecting all the cool Iron Mans has come to an end. Not to say I'll never buy another Iron Man again, but I was telling Joey, I recently made the decision to let go of my OG7 and just keep some of them. So I'm only keeping the 1 and the 7, and then I also have the Mark 7 suit up. But I want to preserve space as much as possible because there's just so much cool stuff coming out. I'd rather have my favorite Iron Man suits and then a bunch of cool like Universal Monsters and the Blitzway DeLorean and the Blitzway Ghost, but stuff like that just appeals to me more. And I love Iron Man. Don't get me wrong, he's one of my favorite Avengers, but I just can't go as crazy as I used to, getting 6 versions of every single character, unless it's Captain America. You don't cut off Captain America.
Yeah.
So I won't be getting this. I will say, I think it looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, it's a cool figure. I kind of like the design. I mean, Joe, I feel like you're probably not picking this one up either, it's a cool design. I think they at least did something a little bit different, and it's the Mark IV. So at least they kind of grabbed another one that they haven't touched in a bit, but not for me.
This kind of reminds me of I don't know if you guys like during Valentine's Day they have like some like bears that are usually kind of like this a little bit, the like crystal ones. They look like it. They look like this, but the only thing that I really like about this is that maybe we can get a reissued Mark IV. Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's long. And honestly, dude, I already know the Mark 7 is going to be reissued because now it kind of doesn't scale with the other ones. Yeah. And I'm holding on to it for now because it's my favorite suit and I don't want to get rid of it, but I know it's coming. There's going to be a new Mark 7 because now it's not scaling properly with the other ones because they all have updated scaling on them. So but that Mark IV with gantry is, I think, overdue. I think you're right.
Yeah, I think this is kind of the tease. I didn't think it at first, but I think this is kind of like a tease to that. And then, the design is different. I do like it. It's cool. But like you said, I'm just trying to... With my original 7, I want just movie accurate stuff. I don't want any of this. You know, if I get one, then it's like, why don't I get this one? Why don't I get the other one? So, kind of sticking on a path right here.
Back me up. Sorry, not
no, you're good.
I 100% said hi to Jose. Jose, I did say hi to
you.
You
did. You did. Yeah, you did. You did. I remember.
I even said my dude, Jose. Jose, I said hi to you, bro. Maybe your stuff's lagging, but Jose, here's your second hi, dude. I definitely said hi to my boy Jose. Come on now.
I remember.
Yeah, Pedro says I like this Iron Man, a cool pop art. Yeah, like I said, it's not for me.
Yeah.
I really have nothing else to say about it. I think Joey made a great point. Like, after people see this, they're like, cool, where's the new Mark IV? Because we know it's coming. They're gonna do the gantry again, I'm sure, but I don't know. I guess it's a good statement piece for like a celebration of a new store opening and like the 25th anniversary. But apart from that, like, you know, I think it has very little appeal. I'm sure it'll sell out. It might be more of a slow sell out, but I'm sure it'll sell out. What is this one? Is this 3,000 pieces? 3,500?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even remember. They should have made it like really low so it did sell out. But
yeah, I think it's probably gonna sit for like an hour or two and it'll sell out. So. Yeah, not much too else to say about it. I don't know if anybody else in the chat's going to be picking up. Let us know, but we're going to move on. Like I said, I don't want to spend too much time on these. Chris, did you have any comments on this Iron Man before we move on?
Only thing I was going to say is that Hot Toys uses the term another one more than DJ Khaled. Like Iron Man.
Yeah.
Except they're not making a meme out of it, dude. They're just one.
Like, it looks cool, but I don't need all of it. So
yeah.
Imagine you're flipping through the reveal photos and it just says another one has that meme in there.
Dude, I would have respected. I totally would respect.
I would too.
But yeah, moving on. Another one that I don't really care for this suit too much personally, and I did actually end up ditching the Spider-Man 2 line, so this is not going to be for me. But this is the Purple Rain Miles Morales suit from Spider-Man 2, the video game. I like the colors a lot. I'm not a huge fan of the suit, if I'm being honest with you. I think it's the spider logo that I'm not a huge fan of. But I do really like the colors. I think the colors are cool. But yeah, another one, not for me personally. I think it's cool. And this one's pretty limited as well. What I'm very curious about with this one is like how well this one's going to like resell in the secondary market, considering the other PlayStation stuff kind of crashed.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even like the Advanced Suit 2.0, that crashed quite a bit. And like the upgraded suit Miles Morales from this game. So I'm very, very curious to see how this does. I didn't see too much excitement for this one, but I think there's enough people that collect this line. This one will be pretty easy for them to sell.
Yeah.
Spider-Man. I don't know if you're going to be picking this one up because I know you like the Spidey stuff, but
yeah, no, I'm just usually more film accurate Spidey. I think something that is different on this one is the belt. Like I don't really see many Spider-Mans with the belt on, so that's different.
Yeah, that's true. He does. He has like it almost looks like Norman Osborn's like
yeah. Someone cool. I forgot. Someone said on Copper Drop that this is the Barney edition. I forgot who. I forgot who put
that or like Hulk colors. Like, I don't know, but
or Joker. Like imagine putting the Joker head sculpt on it. That'd be kind of
be kind of fire. Like like paint the ha-ha-has all
over. Yeah, or you could put like a red smile on his face. That'd be cool too.
This is a good point too. Those Swarovski crystal like Batman, Superman and stuff.
Yeah.
That would fit with that Fractal Iron Man for sure.
I guess that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, this is kind of like the Prowler too. It's like a knockoff Prowler. Like I'm sure I don't know the significance of this suit, if there's any like I don't know if this is like a comic accurate suit or anything. I truly don't know. Yeah. So if you guys know, like let us know in the comments. Brick might know because Brick's like one of our resident Spidey guys, but yeah, it's just not for me. I think it's cool enough. I'm just not like blown away by the suit. And again, the spider logo, I don't know, it doesn't do it for me. But it is limited. I think this is the most limited, or maybe it's tied with Galen. Is this 1,500 pieces as well? I should have written it down. If you guys know in the chat, I should have written it down. I usually do, but I was pressed for time before the stream. But yeah, not going to be picking this one up. Chris, I know this one is like not even, this is 10 miles away on your radar. So I don't know, dude. Like I said, the thing that was cool to me though is that we got 3 back-to-back like all at once. I love seeing that mass wave of announcements and releases. I thought that was cool, but this is the suit that his uncle left for him, which I thought, okay, so that's the, I guess you're talking about Uncle Ben the goat. We're talking about Uncle Ben. That's cool, but like I said, and Gio's in the chat. I can't not say hi to Gio. What's up, Gio?
I think it's
Or is he talking about his uncle from? Or is this like strictly?
It's Miles Morales' uncle.
Oh, this is Miles.
Yeah,
I'm stupid.
It's, I guess, Prowler, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, erase that whole section of the stream, guys. Like, I need the Men in Black thing because I completely forgot. This is Miles Morales, the Prowler, dude. I cannot see now. You guys keep saying Prowler. Now I'm excited to take a look at the actual Prowler from. Yeah, Brick. I know. I'm stupid. Just ignore me, dude. All right, we're moving on that note. This one is one I want to spend a little time on because this one was a little dirty from Hot Toys, not figuratively speaking. And I find this very interesting. And we saw that teaser from Ryan Reynolds a while back, and I kind of had the same thought when I saw these Wolverine calls. I'm like, how weird is it that they did the Wolverine, like the entire skeleton, actually, all those pieces that, Joey, you and I have. And honestly, after comparing it, I do think our custom looks way better. Because I suspiciously think that Hot Toys reused the Predator spine again and kind of modified it slightly because it looks like the Predator spine again. I have one on my desk, actually, so I'll hold it up when we pull it up. But when I saw it, I was like, why does that look so familiar? I think they may have... I mean, maybe now when I'm holding it up, maybe I'll second-guess myself. But we'll see. When we pull the photos up, I'm going to look at this Predator spine in my hand, and I'll show it to you guys if I think it's true. But, what's weird about this one, Joey and Chris, is... all of this stuff should have came with the clean version because he's not battle damaged in the scene, in the opening scene, like, in my opinion, the most iconic scene, because look how many shorts and YouTube videos and everything had the bye playing on it. Like, that easily was the most iconic scene in the movie because it was just so, like, hilarious and unexpected, like, such a heavy opening scene to the film.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just really bizarre that they decided to release this one with all of the battle damage stuff, because with all of the Wolverine stuff with the battle damage version, because what I think they could have done is just given this stuff to the clean version, and they still could have included the Gold Desert Eagles with this version, because remember later when he's kind of facing off with all of the Deadpool variants, after Nicepool dies, he gets the Gold Desert Eagles from him. So it's like, it's kind of ass backwards. Not that I'm not going to get this one as well, because I am. And I'm kind of glad that I recently decided that I don't need the lady pool and I don't need the kid pool. Like, changed my mind on those after I saw... Not even after I saw this. I was already kind of considering it, but now seeing this, I'm like, yeah, I'll stick to my two Wolverines because I really want that shirtless version too, because I think
I got that one too.
Dude, that custom body is so
looks
sick.
Cool.
And it's weird that they removed those photos too from Sideshow.
I wonder what's
happening. I don't know. Maybe something with licensing they have to wait. I don't know, because it is, to be fair, it is like a replication of Hugh Jackman's body. Like, it looks smack like him. It's pretty impressive.
That's more than likeness at that point.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like, it's full on his body. He's probably like kind of low key creeped out by it. But this is, I don't know, dude. Like, this is like kind of the ultimate Deadpool though. Apart from it not being the clean one, like the hero look. I don't know. It's and that head sculpt is really good.
Fire.
Dude. Like, all those like third-party ones, I don't know how you guys and how the chat, how you guys felt, but I felt like those third-party ones were all kind of off. And that, that's no offense to anyone that pre-ordered them, but
I did.
I don't know. Yeah, I just
the bald.
The Present Toys one, and
that's what it's called, the bald.
The bald. Like it was like maybe like 65% there, and I'm not gonna lie, I was still tempted to get it because I really wanted an unmasked portrait, but I'm glad that I unintentionally held off because I truly just forgot about it. And then when we saw the tease for this one, I was like, shit, I'm glad I waited. But not that I talk a total W, because Joe, you and I did buy the Wolverine skeleton accessories. But, yeah, so it took a little bit of an L, but again, I was thinking about selling those, and then I saw these, and I'm like, those don't look as good as the ones from Riley. His are much more accurate and more crisp, and like the rooted hair tuft on the top. It might not matter to some people, but I think it looks much more real.
It does.
So
the hair on this one looks awful to me.
And it's like, it's almost one of those things, like, it's because we have something to compare it to.
Yeah.
I feel like if we didn't have what we had, or other people hadn't seen what we have, it would be like, oh, this is sweet. And it still is, but yeah, when you have something to compare it to, I'm like, damn, Riley kind of snapped on that,
Even I made the 1/6.
Yeah, you made the full-on skeleton.
And even with the hair I just put on there, it looked way better than that Hot Toys one.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't do the rooted hair, because this isn't going to be a cheap figure. I imagine it's probably going to be like $350 in that range. $345 is what I see for this one.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised that they went, because I do agree, it does look a little chunkier than I'm used to seeing from Hot Toys for sculpted hair, even though it's like a little patch. Let me see.
It might be like there it is. Yeah, it might be a prototype though.
It could it very well could just be the prototype too as well.
Is this one of the releases that like they have a little bit of stock?
Yes. So Joey, so guys, real quick, if you're looking for this, Jeremy Casa does have day one units. I know Joey grabbed one from Jeremy. I got my original one from Jeremy, not this version. I'm about to go on vacation in like less than 20 days, so I'm like, I'm not spending. But his price was actually pretty fair when I saw it. I don't remember the exact price, but I thought it was pretty fair.
$455,
which I think is very fair for when they only have 500 units and he's shipping it directly to you.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in this, there's a link in the description to Plastic Hero Collectibles. You can grab it from Jeremy if you want a day one copy. Otherwise, it will go up on Sideshow and other outlets afterwards. But just keep in mind, those aren't day one copies. It's just like the last Deadpool. You get it early, or you get it when the pre-order starts shipping.
I thought it was 300 pieces. Was it 300?
Is it 300?
It's 300.
It was 300.
I remember seeing the big 300. Yeah.
So that's even more limited. And I'm slacking here. We got 12-inch Moose Stream, a channel member for 15 months. Moose, thank you so much for the dedication to the channel. I very much appreciate it. And just for that, let me see what I got in the tank here. Hold on. Let me see what I got. Hold on. Let's see. Am I on my... This is in honor of 12-inch Moose Stream. So everybody, don't thank me. Thank 12-inch Moose Stream for this. This is in honor of my friend 12-inch Moose Stream and all the other channel members, and also who's not here? OG fan. OG fan is not here. So that's in honor of him as well. And it's also in honor of my good friend, legendary Lane Kramer.
Hello.
Who's given many times to the channel, so this is in honor of him as well. So we have 5 new Hotline Hotties, courtesy of all those gentlemen. And congratulations. Who got it? Let's see. Who do we got new hotties? We got Suave P. Love the name. Beskar Kid. Let's go. Francisco Bello, Clinton Martin, my dude, and TX Boy. Couldn't have happened to 5 better people. I appreciate you guys, and welcome to the Hotline Hotties. Like I always say, guys, with the gifted memberships, don't forget to renew your membership. Don't forget. And on top of that, Gio, thank you so much, my friend, for the $5 super chat. Gio says, currently at Galaxy's Edge listening to the TIE Fighter sound effects. Enjoy the stream. Gio, have a great time. Chris and I will be in Galaxy's Edge in Florida in a few weeks. I know you're in California, so you're in West, but have a great time, dude. And thank you so much for taking time out of your day to pop in. And not only that, dropping the $5. I appreciate you, my friend. Have a good time. Have a blue milk on me. I got to donate on your next stream, so you can have a blue milk on me if you like the blue milk. If not, you're just a hater, but I'm just kidding. Gio, take care. Have fun, my friends. Lane, welcome to the stream. And also, I didn't realize that he's down at the bottom. Let's go.
What's up, guys? Hey, man. I'm so sorry. Mike. Great to see you all. What's up, Joey?
Lane, this is rigged. Mike, right as you're joining, we have a rigged. We got to blow the whistle because Chris just won the gift. Thank you so much, Lane. Chris is.
That's my second one.
I'm just gonna say this, that like at least Twitch gives you the option where if you just want to assign it to somebody, like if somebody specific, you can do it. But hey, guys, hope you're going tonight. I mean, does Chris really need any memberships? I mean, he gets the Hot Toys Hotline in-person experience. Shouldn't that be enough for him as it is?
Yeah, that's the VIP, dude. Like, I don't even have a tier for that. He's got like an unspoken tier. It's crazy, man.
He would get the honor to try and he gets the honor like trying to deliver your stuff or just like haul you around on his back. What more could he ask for? You help him get workouts and stay in shape for when he's got to, do his job.
He's just a multi-purpose friend, dude. That's all I can say. But yeah, welcome, gentlemen. Welcome, Mike. Welcome, Lane. Great to have you here.
I'm not surprised you were talking about this guy because I would probably this is the figure I thought that most of you probably were going.
Well, you guys dodged a bullet because I told everybody, I'm like, look, don't rush and leave the stream. We're going to talk about the Iron Man and the Miles really quickly. I also at one point mistaked. I was in the middle. Someone said, "Oh yeah, this was given to him by his uncle." Immediately went to Uncle Ben, not thinking we were talking about Miles. So mistakes were made. But it's okay.
Well, I will just say the funny thing is of these guys, probably the one I'm most likely to meet that I would even try and get would be that Purple Rain to Spider-Man. Yeah, because it's an actual Prowler influence Spider-Man costume.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering because I didn't know if there was like some sort of comic background to it because I know with a lot of those suits there are.
Well, yeah, that's a Prowler influence like one. Yeah. But obviously. Unfortunately, they put out the Miles Prowler. The Miles.
We're gonna talk about the real Prowler. Yeah, real.
I know
Prowler.
that. Unfortunately, you see that one and go.
But you? You can call me the Prowler.
Yeah, you can look at that one and go, and then you look at the other one, you kind of go like, wow, one kind of looks like crap next to the other one, actually, for looking as cool, you know?
Yeah. The Midnight Collector does ride again. And, guys, I almost forgot. Sean, why did you make a new YouTube account or something? Because why are you not, I said this before, why are you not a moderator? I got to re-add him. He was a moderator since the beginning of time. There we go. You're re-added as a mod, Sean. I'm sorry. I don't know. Guys, Sean did update his YouTube name. I didn't update it in the chat, the description. He's now Nightmare's Cave. He will always be Hot Toys Nightmare to me, just kind of like what I say to Steve, you're always Evil Sneaker, but he's officially the Nightmare's Cave now, so I have to update the description. But
what's up, Sean? Miss you.
Sean, yeah, we hope you're doing well. Sean gave us a little update on his channel. He brought a proverbial tear to my eye when he gave a shout out to me, Lane, Mike, and Chris in his last video, saying he misses being on stream with us and he hopes that he can get better soon. So, and then I said this really nice message to Sean on Facebook, and he just said thanks. I love Sean.
Yes, he does. He's like a thanks period.
That's what I got. But I'm like, I know Sean, so I know it's heartfelt. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
The thing is, now
I will say I missed that. Made good choices at the end.
I know.
Well, Lane's carrying on his legacy for now. Lane is carrying it on.
The bad choice collector here.
That's right.
Hey, if you say you got a clone, I may have a clone for sale. Sean's gonna appear at your door faster than Goku saying
especially yours, Lane, because he always knows something is on the chopping block. And when you talked about putting that Obi-Wan on the on the ATST, he was like, "Oh, Lane, you mind selling that to me?"
He's my clone.
The ARP Trooper. I said I was kind of not feeling the ARP Trooper, and he was right. You want to
He's my trooper inspiration, man.
All the hotties tonight. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to Field of Burn. I think Field of Burn, you're a returning hottie, so I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. You are too kind. Yomo, the GOAT. Yomo, it's great to see you become a member, and it's great to see, you're not winning something for once, because I feel like you are the... Yomo is, dude, he's the #1 winner, and I'm not jealous at all of him, because I can't, if you can't beat him, join him, and he is just the luck. Him and our boy, why am I blanking on his name? Big Dog Pound. Big Dog Pound and him, they win everything, dude. So, Yomo, I appreciate you, my friend. It's just so bizarre not seeing you win, dude. It's just, I appreciate you, my friend. I know it's coming from a great place, because usually you're just used to winning all the time, dude.
You don't even have to buy figures anymore at that point.
Yeah, he's just going to win them. But, Yomo, of course, I'm just messing with you. Thank you so much, my friend. I hope you're doing well. And Beskar actually won one of the gifted memberships. Beskar, thank you so much for dropping in, bro. Sorry to hear about your internet. I hope you're doing well. Hope you secured your Galen Erso. Knowing you probably did the second it went up. May the force be with you, my friend. Best of luck with the Galen. We'll talk soon.
You probably got like 4 of them.
Probably. At least 2. Knowing Beskar, at least 2. Sneaky Figures with the $3 super chat. Thank you so much. I almost have my I'm broke goal filled. Thank you so much, Sneaky. I appreciate all you guys tonight. You guys are too kind. Sneaky says the whole crew is here. Yes, sir. And we got Collector Joey. It's like, I feel like I'm starstruck, dude. We got, after all this time, I finally had the courage to ask Joey on.
It feels like we're only batting like 65% though, because you've got like the entire, like in our direction, left side of the panels got all these big, cases, and you can see all the figures and
right.
crap and vehicles like all over the place. And it's like, here's the collector mode. And then Mike and I, we just have like white and gray behind us and everything. It's like here's the pros, here's the dudes, like on one side and stuff. Like
Mike is on a production set at all times. Like, so you never know what's going to be behind.
We're like
him.
the guy who shows I have 2 figures versus the guys who got like 200 figures.
They're the deluxe or the collector edition, so it's all right.
Anyways,
we're on the bare bones edition.
That's all right, dude. That's why we have such a diverse panel. That's all that matters, right? But reeling it back in, though, we were kind of chatting before, Lane, before you and Mike dropped in. We were kind of chatting about this Deadpool, and I will be picking this one up because I have been waiting for this ever since Ryan Reynolds did that little tease. But it is kind of ass backwards how, like, the Wolverine skeleton stuff that should have come with the clean version comes with this. They could have easily included those gold Desert Eagles with the battle damage version, because he gets those later in the film when he faces off with all the Deadpool variants. So it's kind of interesting that they've done that. But I got to say, looking at this photo here, that half mask is probably the best half mask they've ever done.
Yeah.
Sculpt, with the sculpt all built in wise, because I felt like the Tom Holland ones, that plastic never quite matched the suit. You could always tell it was plastic, Whereas with this, it looks like the regular Deadpool mask. I feel like it looks
the
really
battle
good.
damage helps for sure.
Oh yeah, it helps blend it for sure. But I could see myself maybe swapping out to this one day. And usually with those half mask sculpts, I never really cared for them. I tried them on, and I'm like, eh. Like the Tom Holland ones in particular, I just wasn't a huge fan of them.
I would have this one like smoking a cigarette or something though. That'd be cool.
You know what would be absolutely hilarious? I literally just thought of this. If you could somehow hang a Spidey upside down and have him kissing, and he.
Oh my god,
that's a good idea. I like that.
Someone could steal that because I'm not going to do it. Joey, you have to steal it. But
I'll see.
I could absolutely see someone doing that, like the fishing wire, having him kissing him with the. That would be hilarious. Or have him kissing Dogpool. That would also be.
Oh, that would be a good picture. I might steal that one.
You have my permission to steal it. I'm not going to do it, but that would be hilarious, dude. Yeah, and then they did the TVA portal, which is really cool. I know, like Fusion, the guys from I think Fusion Reactors did the TVA portal, which looked obviously better than this one, but as like a extra little accessory thrown in, I think it's gonna be really cool for like guys like Joey and other people that do toy photography, or even if you just want to like throw it in your display and make it look cool, maybe have Wolverine and him back to back or something. I think it's a really cool kind of extra little display option. There's like a full shot of it there. I think it looks good. It doesn't look as bright as what you're getting from like Fusion Reactors, but I still think it looks pretty dope.
Like a big ass lightsaber blade.
Right. I'm a huge fan of it. And I'm hoping.
Sorry to cut you off. I saw a post saying like how that was kind of inaccurate because light's supposed to be around the thing, not beam just straight up.
It's the classic LED lighting from the bottom. It kind of travels its own way. I still think it looks good though, but of course it is inaccurate. Yeah,
you know what it is.
You get the idea. Yeah. Sure.
Unless it's
at least they included it, right?
There you go. Field of Burn's going to do it for us. There you go. Dude, it's just they're just asking for it. I mean, that's the best part about the Deadpool figures. You have so much fun with these figures because it's such a silly character and he just fits with everything. And everybody who knows Deadpool knows that he's like a little cameo character. So you could give him a lightsaber and have him leaning on Darth Vader's shoulder or something. You know what I mean? You can do whatever you want with it and have fun with it. And I think that's cool. I want to get a close up of that spine piece though, so I can kind of see if I can confirm my theory. I think that's the same fucking thing, dude. I think it is, man. Because all the vertebrae.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, here, we're gonna do this. We're gonna
zoom in. Yeah, there you go.
So take a look at that. Now, of course, it's modified. So before I show you this, it's modified. But when you look at like where the vertebrae are positioned on this, it's like they use this as the base. And I'll pull myself up here really quick. Hold on, where am I? There I am. Well, hold on. It'd be better this way because you can see where the vertebrae are positioned. So look at that, and I'm gonna jump back over here to us. Now look at me. You can kind of see, I mean, I know it's hard, I'm going back and forth, but trust me when I say even that little like subtle curve in the bottom, obviously it's been modified because they have to. It can't look exactly the same as this.
Yeah, thicker. But I get like the shape maybe.
It looks like the same exact spine. They just modified it, which, you know, whatever. You know, it doesn't surprise me. Hot Toys reuses parts a lot, but I'm like, that looks so familiar. That's why. But yeah, this is really interesting. Like I said, it's very interesting that it includes all this. I still think the definitive one for most people is going to be the clean version just because that's like the hero look. But I think this looks great. I think it looks awesome. I will be picking this one up. Mike, I'm very curious if you're... Sorry about that, guys. I'm very curious if you're picking this one up because I know you are on the more selective side lately, but I could see you thinking this one's pretty cool. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts on it, especially because we got that head sculpt finally. I'm curious where you sit with this one, dude.
Yeah, so it's easy to be attracted to the newer release, right? You're always like, oh, this one's better than the one I have. But I'm trying to put myself in a position. If they both came out at the same time, the problem would be that I like stuff from both sets, right? Like, like I don't really know if there's like an easy call on this one for me anyway, because I think the sculpt looks really great, but it comes down to one of those things where like, it'd be so cool to have it, but I would never display it really for that long. You know, I like Deadpool with the mask on. It completes the look, and then it also keeps it like more grounded in the comic book look, which is what I'm typically going for in my display. But I think the sculpt is like a 10, dude. I can't knock anything.
And JC showed in hand photos, it looks
so good.
It looks great. Yeah. So, and also like, if I really had to choose which suit, if I could only get one, I would want the clean one. because
I agree.
It's usually, I mean, throughout the comics and stuff like Deadpool, yeah, he'll get beat up, he'll get knocked around and stuff, but like he's most often seen with a clean suit on, and I just like the vibrancy of that red. But I think this figure is like a huge win, man. I can't take a point off this thing. It's just I don't need both, right? So I'm really envious of the people that are like, I'm a hardcore Deadpool fan, and I can find a place for two. I just can't find a place for two in my collection. So
that's fair.
But it'd be great to have all those extra accessories. But at the end of the day, man, I'm really happy with the look of the first one. Plus, the swappable eyes gives me some expression playability with it. Yeah.
Thank you for saying that, because I hadn't pointed that out yet. I completely forgot to. This does not come with the alternate swap out eyes, which is wild.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's weird where I kind of sit with this one versus the original one. I think the clean is the definitive look, but I think this is the better all-inclusive set for what it comes with. That's kind of how I feel about it.
That sums it up.
Imagine if like the clean version came with the sculpt and all of the skeleton pieces, you wouldn't even be looking at this one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how I think the skeleton pieces are really awesome, but they're so scene specific that man, I would love to have Deadpool with claws, but I don't think I would really display him for that long with claws, because that's not really a Deadpool thing, but it's a very iconic moment from the movie. So again, it depends where your love for Deadpool lies, and like if it's really that Deadpool 3, that scene is like one of the a moment that you want to relive. I think that's great. But I guess thankfully I don't need to spend another $300 plus or $400.
Joey and I just felt personally attacked by those.
No, I love those claws. T was selling them. All these other guys were selling them. I came very close to buying them, but I was like, let me hold
No,
off.
you're right, though. And Joey, I know you had something to say. No, you are right, though. It is scene specific. I personally wanted to replicate that scene, but you also have a great point. If you just get that clean version, that's like a hero Deadpool. So a lot of people aren't going to be like, cool, I'm going to give him the Wolverine claws. You know what I mean? I get it. But Joey,
real quick, Joey. I'm like a weird collector. So I have a graded comic that I'm trying to replicate, and it's Deadpool with the mask on, clean costume, and he and Wolverine are standing next to each other, and Wolverine's in the blue and yellow, right? So I'm using these two figures from this film to replicate that moment for me. So that's just to explain where I'm coming from with it.
Joey, you can answer this since you have something to say as well. You can answer this question because you have these.
I would say, does anybody know because some Wolverine skeleton parts were
so he's asking like
they're not. No, they're not. They're not die-cast, but they are really good. I think they are way better than the Hot Toys ones, especially if you pull up the leg again, or his leg or whatever, where he's fighting with it, like he has them like nunchucks.
Like the nunchucks.
Let's see.
Somewhere here.
Yeah,
there's one. This is a good one here.
The middle part, it looks kind of weird. Like it looks, I don't know why it's like a string. I guess so you can bend it.
Yeah, it's like almost like they replicated like tissue in between them. Whereas like Riley's, he used like a bendable wire, so it looked like it did in the film. Yeah, that's like a creative liberty, I guess they took here to kind of make that work.
Yeah, but what I was going to say before this was, so I wish they would have took all that energy of making this one come out so quick, just like we have another Deadpool. That energy they could have used towards letting the Wolverine come out quicker. I'd rather Wolverine come out quicker than get this.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Like we got the first version, the suited version, because obviously the one with the seamless body is going to take some work, and painting a seamless body like that's a lot of work. So yeah, like the hero version with the suit, certainly,
that manpower they used to make this one, I know it's the same thing. All they have to do is add some battle damage, but that work that they did on this could have went towards getting Wolverine out faster. So I would have took that over.
That's a great point. I agree because I think a lot of us are already like kind of like what Mike was saying. We're kind of like satiated with the first version already. It's a great figure. The new Deadpool suit material is awesome. Like I think Hot Toys did a great job with it. Someone who I own the two of the Deadpool 2 versions. I had the Dusty Deadpool and I had the original Deadpool 2 suit. The suit material in this one is heaps better. The accessories are beautiful. The only thing that sucks is that special edition base. I hate those hollowed out bases. It just feels so cheap. Yeah, I hate it. Because there's no weight to it. Like, I don't do jumping poses for my Deadpool, but that would scare me to put the Deadpool in that because it's so light. Like, why hollow it out? There's no weight.
It's not even that. I mean, you can't even get him to stand on it and it looked
natural. Yeah, and that's the other thing, too. The shape is kind of awkward. It's just a shitty base.
You have to have his feet like this.
Yeah,
It's the same problem with some of those Iron Mans, like the Mark III.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
more
why.
Where the theory of like
Exactly.
having the base with the Ironmonger is like the theory of it is cool, but then
Yeah.
when you actually see the space, where you can say one of those circular, one of those circular bases that came with some of the repaints and stuff they put out, there was more maneuverability on those little circles than there was on that diorama base to, move your figure around and stuff with the feet.
Exactly. But that's kind of lame. That's kind of the reason why I like the diorama bases just to look at them, but in actual practicality and using them, I'm like, this is shit, because it's especially Iron Man. Like Iron Man, they're posable for what they are. They're very posable, but posing around like a big hump, a mound of rocks or something is kind of a pain in the ass. And the one that did it well, in my opinion, was the Mark 43 base that had the Ultron Sentry on it, because you could just pick the little Sentry, the broken Sentry bot off, and use the base normally. Whereas like Lane used the example of the Ironmonger, you got to make that work. And I remember Joey describing how much he hated even getting the Ironmonger on the base, because that was a really crappy
you had to
design.
heat it up.
I had to heat it up.
Yeah.
I remember live unboxing that stupid thing, and I spent like 5 minutes trying to get the base connected to it because I don't have it.
Yeah.
I actually hit Joey up on the side. I was like, Joey, how do you get this thing in here, dude? Like, I'm freaking out over it.
I had a video. I made a video because I knew a lot of people had that problem. So I was like, that probably
you are
helped a
led
lot.
for, especially like an expensive figure like that, especially one that sold, in quote, sold out before it came out. You're like, Hot Toys, why are you not making sure in your $500 figure that the base can just why do you not make sure that the base can connect together? That's like, you made us spend like $50 on that or something.
When I told Sideshow about that, like when I told them, they basically told me I'm shit out of luck. That's what they told me. Yeah.
Another thing is, like, they should always give us the plain black base with a deluxe.
That's dude, tell me
so
about
annoying,
it, man. I know.
Yeah.
And like, dude, the one that annoyed me the most was the Ahsoka from the Mandalorian show. They did that awesome base with the water on the side. I'm like, why did you not give us both of those? It's going to cost you an extra $3 to give us that. Like, if it's deluxe, it should have everything the previous version has. That's how I feel about it.
I hate they do that with a lot of stuff. Like, I just finally, after forever, I mean, it sat in the box for months, but Kenobi, you get that rock base again, like Iron Man and like Vader had, but you get a little clamp. It's not even a proper like crotch grabber. And then if you're not using it, it's, I don't know, it's a pain to pose on that too.
That's the one thing I'll say that I do kind of like, even though I'm in the same boat as everybody with diorama bases, finally I'm getting my Joker, the Heath Ledger Joker. That diorama base, at least, it's basically just a flat thing. And, being this is, even though I think the holes in the feet look stupid, having 3 different spots where you don't have to use not even the.
I think that's clever, though. I'm cool with that.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I know, but being that's just a flat base basically where you can stick Joker on it, and not be limited, or if you want to have his foot raised up a little bit, you have a couple rocks you could maybe stick it on, but not imbalance him. Like, do that for your diorama.
Look, I'll just say this.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can use the whole real estate, and it's not ridiculously huge, than a regular base.
Everybody else needs to get on Caustic's level with the bases, bro.
Yeah, look at that.
They need to get on their level, bro. Although you can't do this with an art base, bro. You can't.
I will say though, like the Batman and the Superman feel pretty secure.
The Joker,
they are, the newer ones are much better.
The Joker 4-pack, the Joker 4-pack, I was super surprised. I actually have it right here. It's really good.
Yeah, the Paul Atreides is decent too. I just think I don't need like Caustic. Whatever they're doing with theirs, bro, they got it. And Caustic has said on streams before, like, we're not going to say how we implemented it, because clearly whatever they did, they figured it out. The figures just hold, they don't move.
But they do the whole surface area is
like the whole inside.
That's a big difference.
And I will say, like, the figure does want to still like centralize in a certain spot, just because that's the nature of magnets. But yeah, it's not like a shifting plate. Yeah, that's pretty dope.
That looks good.
Yeah. But I mean, the magnetic base systems, I'm all for it as long as they're like strong and they're like Kaustic Plastik. And like I said, InArt is getting better, but I don't think they're still not quite as strong as the Kaustic Plastik bases. But And even like Caustic has done with some bases too, where it's like, you know, we talked about like a rock formation or something. They've added shoes that have stronger magnets in them. Like, for example, the Bela Lugosi, he has that gravestone diorama for the web exclusive, and he came with an extra pair of shoes that have stronger magnets specifically for that base. And I'm like, that's great. That's great. Guys, we got 69 people watching. Great number, by the way. Drop a like if you haven't already, and if you haven't subscribed, I'd very much appreciate it.
Somehow I'm not surprised you like 69.
Who doesn't, dude? Who doesn't? That's a great number. That's all I'm saying.
You know what else I want to say real quick? Like this suit, I love what they've done with like the paint, the detailing on it.
Yeah.
And like even in the clean one, like they've given you depth and stuff with the shading. If you guys like remember off the top of your head, like the way the black in the abdominal section is and everything. Yeah. So I think this is gonna look really awesome in person.
Dude, I think the battle damage looks awesome. I agree. Like they freaking nailed it, and there's holes throughout the suit and stuff too. Like
cool.
It's dope,
and the power for like
scratches,
TVA, you know, door. They're opening their portals and stuff. Like that's cool too. They have it with it. There's a lot cool. I just go. Aren't there already so many figures possibly coming in this line? Like this is the kind of thing I have with the Ahsoka line, even though admittedly I did pre-order 11 figures from that line, but I'm left kind of going now. Like, as much as I like this one, did we really need this one? Where we could already have 10 or 11 figures.
I think the head sculpt.
A lot of people waited for this.
Yeah, I think it's a worthy release.
Yeah, that's the tough thing, Lane. It's the freaking head sculpt. I can't tell you. And I'm sure you saw it firsthand yourself, Lane. How many people commented on Facebook? Oh, where's the head sculpt? Yeah. Why didn't you include head sculpt? Like everybody wanted the head sculpt. So I think that alone makes this a worthy release. I get what you're saying though. This line is very stacked already, but battle damage Deadpool, Lady Pool. Like I'd rather have the battle damage.
Well,
Deadpool.
I know,
you know what I mean.
They did Lady Pool. That's already out. But I'm just saying where you've got the Resistance, the other members. Could this? By this coming out, does that mean one of those guys' tees may not come out now? Like, that's what I mean. Like, you might see for this coming out, depending where the pre-orders are, you might see. Now, do I think everybody's like, oh my God, Elektra's not coming out? No, I don't think it'll be like, that's not what people are going to go on a hill to die on. But could that stop Gambit? I think Gambit actually people would.
That's the one I've been waiting for. That's probably like the closer of the line for me.
The Channing Tatum. If that stopped the Channing Tatum Gambit, I think people would have traded this for getting that Gambit.
I think we'll get that Gambit. I really do. I think we'll get the rest of
the. I think we do. But it takes away from other possible figures and stuff that come out because this is an extra figure for this single line.
I get what you're saying. In my opinion, I think if we get the Gambit, I think that's a good close to the line. I don't think we need any more beyond that. I mean, and we didn't even need frickin',
the Human Torch. That's
Human Torch, or like
that's the one I said. That one could have gone bye, and we could have just got Channing. Make sure we get the actual Resistance, like all four of them.
I agree. Yeah, Field of Burn, dude. Those magnets are incredible. Like I said, very clever of them to include the swap out shoes with the stronger magnets. It makes a big difference. Sal, believe it or not, I saw someone saying earlier they had the ability to sell their clean version for $380, and they were wondering if they should do that or just keep that and not get this one. And also, guys, to put up a poll, this can be voted on as a generic poll. I kind of made it that way. Do you prefer, when you have the choice between clean or battle damage, what would you pick? So go ahead and vote in that poll. I'm curious to hear everybody's thoughts. I'll keep it up for a while. By the way, what's up, Jordan? I hope you're doing well. Jordan says, only thing I want from this set is the half mask. I got Riley Lowe's custom Wolverine parts arriving, and I prefer the clean look suit. Yeah, so I know Jordan, she said she had the opportunity to get those recently, and actually after this one was announced. And Jordan, we are actually talking about how, Joey and I feel like Riley's are much more accurate, and I'm not even saying that as like a copium thing, because sometimes we do that. We all do as collectors, but I truly I was considering selling them, and then I saw these and I'm like, I kind of prefer, and I even told Chris like maybe I should sell the Hot Toys parts when I get this and just keep the Riley Lowe ones. But battle damage gang, I love battle damage too. I gotta be honest with you, I'm a battle damage guy. Like that battle damage Thanos, the battle damage Mark 85. I do agree. I like battle damage. Thank you so much, Moose, for the $2 super chat. Moose says, target hit. I need 3 Deadpool battle damage. 1 for my Hot Toys. that could work, though, because there is some time traveling involved. That certainly could work. Moose, you crack me up, dude.
Yeah.
We're going to move on, though. Chris, if you could, because I feel like you didn't get to say much on this. If you want to share your final thoughts, and then we'll move on from the Deadpool, because we do have some other topics we got to cover. But
Yeah.
Chris, are you getting this one?
I keep it quick. I'm not, like, because I have the clean one. I like the way the color's vibrant. It pops out in the display. And to be honest, I feel like the longer I thought about it, had I had the head sculpt, I probably wouldn't display it, because like I'm collecting Deadpool for the Deadpool look. I had the chance for that third party one, like the sculpt didn't grab it. Then this, I thought maybe it'd trigger me, but it didn't. Now, had this come out before that, I'd probably be in the boat. I would have had this, and then if the clean came after, I would have skipped the clean. But so
Yeah.
that's where I'm kind of at. So I like them both. They're both cool. If you want the other accessories, but the gold deagles is kind of where I'm at.
They got us, man. That's how they got us. They made us freaking want to buy both so we can swap the accessories between the two. It's for business purposes, it's very smart, because they know people are going to want both strictly for the accessories. There's going to be some part outs for sure.
Yeah. Plus, I like having the variants more, like having dog pull and baby pull than the portal.
Yeah, see, I'm different. I'd rather have this over the baby pull, because it's got the heads off. But yeah, it's to each their own, you know. We all collect differently, but
they know what they were doing there.
Oh, absolutely.
They missed out on the most important accessory, though. It's that toupee.
Dude, I know. Someone's going to make it now. Someone's going to make it.
Dude, for sure.
You know, maybe it'll be like Topo or OT Custom.
Yeah, they'll make the clothes for him. So, yeah.
That'd be cool. I would
not gonna. Yeah, I was gonna say, not gonna lie, I would probably take that head sculpt and make a custom if they do that.
Bro, I called that Wick 4 suit, man. I said it on this stream.
I know, but yeah, Topo, and I don't want to promote Topo right now, because those rats still have not replaced and I'm calling them rats because they sent out those broken motorcycle helmets to everybody, multiple people, many people.
Mine was good too.
So sorry guys. The second one that I purchased with my own money, that one was good. But the first one, there was a thread with like 100 comments with so many people with broken helmets, right? So then Topo, first they told Kit to many people like, oh, we're not replacing it. The packaging's awesome. We don't think it happened because the packaging's great. Like, cool. You had a big box with a helmet stuffed in the center of it. That's not enough to protect it. And mine didn't even have bubble wrap on it. Some other people said theirs had bubble wrap. Mine didn't even have bubble wrap. Long story short, Topo reached out to me on Instagram. They said they're going to replace my helmet. It's going to take them some time to produce it, whatever. Dude, that was many, many months ago at this point. Haven't heard anything back from them. I reached out again nicely. I said, hey, like, what's going on with this? Nothing. So I love what Topo does, but I don't like how they treat their customers right now. I'm not a huge fan of that. And if they'll do that to me, and that's not saying I'm anything special, but they know I'm a YouTuber. They see my Instagram when I communicate with them. If they'll do that to me, they'll do that to anybody. So not a huge fan with how they handle that. So, and shout out to Kit, by the way, because Kit did his absolute best for everybody. It's not on Kit. Kit always does his best. So it's 100% a Topo thing. So Topo, if you're ever going to replace my helmet, reach out to me, because I want to buy stuff from you, but if you can't replace a helmet that cost me $30, I'm not going to spend $110 on a suit, or whatever that John Wick suit costs. But sorry guys, I'm kind of venting, but I had to share that with you guys, because every time Topo gets brought up, I'm like, well, those are the guys that didn't replace my helmet. And if it was me, if I broke it, that's on me, but it wasn't on me. I opened that thing up, and many other people had the exact same experience. Just find that thread on 16 Republic, I think it was. You'll see the freaking tons of testimonials of people having the same issue. It's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
Yeah. One Adam 12 in the house. What's up, my dude? Thank you so much for being here. A channel member and a fellow pre-orderer of Connor Macleod. Thank you so much for being here,
What's
my
up,
friend.
buddy?
Well,
guys,
we're like Hannibal Lecter went to work.
Yes, Mads Mikkelsen in the house. Guys, we're going to be talking about a bit of a controversial figure. Is this a truly limited figure? This seems like this is only a Star Wars Celebration Japan exclusive figure, and we'll probably do less talking about the figure as a whole. We'll share our thoughts on it briefly, but the main thing that a lot of people are debating right now is how fair is this? And guys, I'm going to share my piece on it. I totally understand people's thoughts of like, this is BS. This is a character I love. I don't want it to be limited. But at the same time, guys, this is going to be a figure that doesn't get a lot of pre-orders if it's a normal pre-order. It just won't. It just won't. That's why Jyn Erso and the Imperial Disguise Jyn Erso sell for so much money, because people didn't pre-order it back in the day because it just wasn't that hot of a figure.
Wasn't the Disguise also an exclusive too? Like
I don't even.
like
I don't. It wasn't as limited as 1,500. I don't think.
No.
But even like the regular Galen Erso Deluxe, for example, it's still holding over $300 to this day. Like I think on average that one probably sells for like $340, $350 ish. For a figure from a film that, you know, is kind of insignificant to a lot of people in the Star Wars universe, especially casual fans. Not for me because I love Rogue One. I don't see this selling that well if it's a normal pre-order, guys. And this is coming from somebody who's also having to fight to try to find this figure. So don't think that, you know, I got the hookups left and right and people just hit me up. Hey, I got a Galen for it. You know, I got to look for it myself too. But, and everybody's going to have a different opinion on it. And I respect that, you know, it is what it is. But me personally, I don't get mad at exclusive stuff. Every hobby is like this. Every convention has an exclusive. And if you're spending all that money to go to Japan from the US or wherever you live that's far away, I think you kind of deserve an exclusive item to be able to buy. That's what makes it cool and fun and worth your while. You go there and, you know, Mike, you can attest to this because you go to SDCC or New York Comic Con, sorry, is what you go to most often.
Yeah, man. I want to get, I'm trying to think of the right word, but you know, you go places, you spend a lot of money, you stand in line, you do all these things, you're a super fan and everything. It doesn't mean you deserve something more than somebody else does.
Yeah, I say deserve, but you get what I'm saying. Like it's kind of like an accolade. I did use the word deserve, but it's like an accolade of, you know, spending all your money and time waiting in these lines, you know, going through the motions of what it takes to go to these conventions, you know.
Right, and I think it's fair, man, and it doesn't mean I feel bad for people that can't make it and really want it. I do. But I also think like this is part of the fun of collecting, and I don't want to lose that. I'm of two minds.
Mike, you just got muted.
I want everybody to have everything that they want. You know what happened, dude? I'm like, my cat has been jumping everywhere. I'm getting the cat hair off the pad. But
I heard in the
my bad. But at the same time, if we lose collectability in collecting, we lose, I think, a lot of the fun of it. And I will say this: if you do a Google search for Galen Erso, it's very few and far between in this outfit. Yeah. So I suspect what's going to happen is we're going to have this look, and we're going to have a look in the future. And quite frankly, I don't think this is his definitive look anyway. When I
maybe like that nomad look from the beginning.
It's two looks: it's the nomad look, and it's the officer, you know, the breasted suit look.
This is the look he died in.
Yeah, is this
right? Is this what he's wearing when he dies?
He's out in the rain when he dies,
and he's not wearing. So is he wearing the officer outfit then?
He's wearing
like that all white.
I have to look.
I can't remember what he's wearing.
He doesn't wear all white. He wears like the. I'm trying to find like an image of it.
I remember what he's wearing when he dies.
Like
it is this look. This is what he's wearing.
But I'd want something like that.
Yeah.
You know, the officer look. Or I would want that look that he's wearing when he's with Jin when yeah, you're right. I see what you're saying. I see.
Yeah. He does have the wet hair though, which
he's got the wet hair, like this, you know. But I guess my point is, don't worry too much because I really think we'll get another version of this character.
Dude, that head sculpt though.
I like the head sculpt a lot, man.
I like it a lot.
But you know, he almost looked like in this when I first saw this, I was like, because I read the book Catalyst, and it almost looks a little younger than I remember him in the movie. And I was like, man, you could really use this for like the prequel.
A lot of people are going to do Hannibal figures with this, I think.
Or Hannibal, yeah.
I mean, he's a little bit more clean shaven in Hannibal, but still, I think a lot of people are going to use this for Hannibal figures.
Mess up his eye a little bit. You get Le Chiffre, right?
Yeah.
Le Chiffre.
I love cooking.
How off is this from Dark Side Anakin? That was like an exclusive, and then they released it.
Yeah, Dark Side Anakin was a little different. I don't think Dark Side Anakin ever had a stated number size.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, it was a San Diego Comic-Con. San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and then they later, I think a year later, announced that it was being released on Sideshow for order. But yeah, this one is a stated number edition of 1,500. The interesting thing about this one, guys, usually you could be like, okay, they could take this away and take this away. There's not much that comes with this, so it's like I don't think there's that much that they could take away. Maybe the Death Star hologram and maybe make a regular version later. I don't know. You guys know me though. I'm weird with shit like this. I want the best one. I want everything. I don't want to know that there's another version out there and I don't have some of the... Because I'm an accessory freak. And Chris is like this too. I love accessories, man. I love them. Even if I don't use them, I don't care. I think it's cool. I love having it. So if they did do something like that and like steal the... Dude, I saw somebody... For people who are outside of Star Wars and don't know much about it, I saw somebody saying, "What's that stupid card that he comes with?" And I was like, "Dude, you're hurting my heart, man."
Sabak.
Oh
right?
my gosh.
I'm like, you're hurting my heart, dude. That's like a huge plot point, but I get it. Again,
I'm not
Rogue
even
One,
going for this, but I know
Yeah.
what he is and know what that is.
how important he is to the story. I mean, not only did he, lead the project in building the Death Star, but he also provides the plans to destroy it.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a
Yeah,
very, very
crazy.
important character to the story. And guys, I highly recommend, if you're a casual Star Wars fan, watch Rogue One. It is amazing. It's a great, great film. And it doesn't end like every other Star Wars film where there's like, oh, there's hope, There's a
Isn't
bit of
there
hope,
another
but there's a
Hot
lot of
Toy figure
tragedy.
that has Death Star plans, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes, R2-D2 came with the
That's
Death
what I
Star
thought.
plans.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
R2-D2 Deluxe comes with them. And I
for
haven't
A New
compared
Hope.
them. Yeah, I haven't compared them, but I think they're about the same. But the other cool thing is, Lane, going back to our Imperial Disguise Djinn, she actually comes with the whole... You remember they removed the holder from that big console thing that has the Death Star
on the
plans in it?
wall or whatever.
Yeah, she comes with that. So that's going to be so cool to have them together. I'm like, I need it, man. I need this figure. But
Wouldn't this look be awesome, dude? Like,
oh, I would love it because I have one of my Death Troopers has the Stormtrooper doll and everything. I have Krennic. Like, that would be sick, dude. I would love that. I really
that was
would.
such a great scene, man.
Yeah.
I mean, not that his death. That was a
Galen-
great scene too, but
That's interesting. Galen
He
actually
has
comes
it
with the
too.
whole thing too. I didn't realize
Yeah.
that.
yeah, that's
Look
cool.
at that.
Interesting. Yeah, that is cool. A great looking figure though, dude. It really is. It's a great looking figure. I love the head sculpt. I actually have other photos too, which is crazy because Hot Toys shared these and it's definitely like potato lighting, but I still think the head sculpt looks pretty good here. Definitely potato lighting for sure. Even like the light reflection on it. This is not a collector Joey
The
photo.
sculpt doesn't do it justice in that
No,
light.
it looks like we're losing a little bit of coloring, like in the hair and all that. But
yeah, and Hot Toys shared these to their page. I was surprised, and that's no hit on the person. It's the lighting at the show. The box though is fire. It's a fire.
They're
box.
just
Finally
surrounding
looks a little
excitement, I
different.
guess.
Yeah. But the whole Rogue One line, like the turret box has like a little like mammoth tooth looking thing that like hooks on this piece of fabric that keeps the box shut. It's really dope. Like they did some really unique stuff for this line. But yeah, I'm gonna be trying to hunt this one down. I don't know about you guys. It seems like most people who want it are kind of like, well, if I don't get it, I don't get it. But I'm talking to a couple people. Like I said, I don't want to mention who's trying to help me because I don't want everybody running to them because it could not happen for me. But I'm trying. And if I do, of course, guys, I'll share a review and stuff on it because I love Rogue One and I have a very complete Rogue One collection and I will absolutely be doing whatever it takes to get this no matter what because I want it. And that's just, again, that's how I feel about it. You know, Mike and I kind of touched on it. Yeah, Joey, I know you could care less about this figure.
Did you buy it at resale price? Like, say you couldn't get one?
I do have a cutoff. I do have a cutoff. Honestly, if I'm being real with you guys, I'd probably pay like 400 max for this. That'd probably be like my stopping point on this one. And again, it's just because of the attachment to the character and the fact that I have a complete Rogue One display and that I would walk past every day and just kind of like, touch the proverbial window and be like, I wish you were
Do we know what they're selling it for?
So one of the guys I talked to who said he could potentially get it for me, he would want like 330 USD plus shipping from Japan, which isn't too bad. I remember 1/6 Lovers told me that immediately, like the resellers in Hong Kong were going crazy with this one, and he said they were like immediately selling it for a ton of money. So, I mean, it's not going to be any like Coke Iron Man or anything. You just got to remember with this stuff, guys. There's always a huge panic at first. There's always those introductory prices, and then immediately when these resellers start competing with each other, it just goes.
Well, I remember like when they put out that Mandarin, him in the business suit with the rings and stuff from the one scene. That special.
You're talking about the Shang-Chi. I used that example the other day. Thank you, Lane. Yeah. Yes, that Shang-Chi was like limited to what, 300 or something, or 600.
Yeah, and I saw it like somebody sell it the other day, like for $200 something.
Right. Yeah. So thank you, Lane. I actually used that example with someone I was talking to the other day. I think it was Jeremy Costa. I was talking to Jeremy. So Jazzy, in short, he literally is the lead designer of the Death Star. And towards the end of the film, his daughter is actually the main character. And they were separated many years ago because the Empire stole him from his family to return him to this project of working on the Death Star. Essentially, what he did was create a vulnerability in the Death Star to allow it to be destroyed, which are, we see it later in the original trilogy. You know, they use the vent shaft, right? They use the vent shaft to
which
shoot the bomb
helps
down
make
it.
that scene like,
it's basically the movie that tells you how they got the plans.
Right, it explains a huge, like, how did this come to fruition? You know what I mean? It's a very good tie-in movie.
It puts the logic gap where you go, why would they have a giant event sword that is the one
exactly?
Thing
and Galen Erso is like, gotcha, you son of a bitches. I know.
Now it kind of makes like, okay, so the guy who built it was the one who did it.
He is a very important character.
That's like the Family Guy spoof where they're talking about building the Death Star, and he's like, there is one minor problem. There's a big gaping hole that if you shoot a missile in, the whole thing blows up. And he's like, we couldn't make that any smaller or do anything about that, like board it up, or he's like,
I just love how it like follows the path
funny
without
too. It.
Yeah, right.
But my thing with it was just I that's cool and everything, but I don't know, the original way they got the Death Star plans being Kyle Katarn ran in as shot up a bunch of stormtroopers and ran off with it was still cooler.
Yeah. Budget cuts, man. Budget cuts. They had to put it in.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, I actually want to move on from this because we do have a couple more topics. Got to keep the pace up. But yeah, Galen Erso, guys, it's going to be a difficult one to get as of right now. We have no idea what's going to happen with this. We don't know if they're going to do a regular version. Like Mike said, in the future, I'm sure they'll reuse his head sculpt. And a lot of people were wanting them to do a James Bond figure for Mads Mikkelsen's character in James Bond. So, you know, with that 007 line, and especially after that new Pierce Brosnan third-party figure that just got announced, like, please give us a friggin' Pierce Brosnan, because that figure looks awful.
All I can say is that, you know, don't worry, there'll be 4 more exclusive next month that will be more than fill the gap. Fill the gap if you don't get
Yeah, that's true. Releases, guys. We had the rest of the Across the Spider-Verse line released this past week or so, and I got to be honest with you, I think this is the most excited I've been for a Spider-Man line in a long time, other than, you know, if Hot Toys randomly decided they wanted to do Sam Raimi's Spider-Man Justice and kind of go all out. I know Joey and I would have a heart attack and cry tears of joy. But yeah, other than them doing a Sam Raimi like full-on line, this is very, very exciting.
Give you that Topher Grace Venom you always wanted.
Well, so I do have a Topher Grace Venom, the same one that, you know, Joey has as well, that is selling for a freaking
I know, it's wild.
Dude, it's bizarre. Like, it's selling for what, like freaking $600-700 on eBay? It's crazy, dude. Like, and I just bought it because I thought it looked cool. I'm like, it's not perfect, but it still looks cool. And like,
same.
You know, crazy. I'm glad I did, though.
I put the head sculpt on eBay just for like $65, and everybody just doesn't want the head sculpt. They want the whole thing. They asked me, do you have the whole thing? Do you have the whole thing?
Yeah, because I talked to the dude who did those custom sculpts that you have, and I'm meaning to buy them from him. I just keep forgetting. But yeah, those sculpts are incredible. And I
awesome.
definitely need to pick. But even the stock one is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's a bit more like inspired a little bit by the Tom Hardy Venom in a way. It's kind of like a mix of the two, but those like actual accurate Raimi sculpts are sick. So I definitely need to pick those up.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, we got Steve in the house dropping the guys. Channel member, a good friend, an absolute lad, a champ. Thank you so much for being here, Steve. Evil Sneaker in the house, not Figures and Phantom. Never forget that. F&F. But yeah, guys, the Prowler is here, and like I said, to me, and I know this line's not going to be for everybody because it's a very, like, you know, niche thing, I feel like, and I hope Brick's still in the chat because Brick, I know, is with me on this line. I love these figures, man. I was showing Joey, like, I finally got my 2099, and this figure is freaking cool. I mean, I'm giving you guys the smallest view ever here. I know you've probably already seen this already. Where's my mouse? There it is. I mean, come on now. Guys, this is not a pose. I just took him out of the box the other day, but dude, that Miguel O'Hara sculpt, fire. This is a sick figure, man.
So, it looks awesome, dude.
Yeah, the proportions are great. Like, this is what the Jazz Inc. Batman the Animated Series is going to look like after those new renders today. But I love this line. It's so unique. The colors are so punchy. And Brick and I were talking about this earlier, where they left off with Miles G. Morales, where he just shows up, drops the mask, drops the bomb on him that he's an alternate universe Miles Morales, and it just ends the film there. I'm like, dude, I want to see more.
We need that.
More. I know, and
the next film,
dude. I know, and it's like sucks because they keep pushing it back, and this makes me want an Uncle Aaron figure too as the Prowler. I'm like, that'd be so sick, and I'm like, man, but this is awesome. I think Hot Toys really nailed the animated proportions with these figures. The head sculpts are incredible. The way they're painted just looks like it was pulled right out of the movie. I have a lot of love for these figures. And the one weird thing about this figure, though, it's weird that he's got USB on some of his LEDs and not in like the helmet. It sucks they haven't been able to figure that out yet. I feel like that's.
I thought they did have it in the helmet.
I swear I watched. Maybe I'm mistaken. I thought when I watched Figure Hideout's video that I saw him putting batteries. Maybe I'm mistaken.
Yeah, he turned it on. I remember seeing it on that one.
Yeah, I swear I thought I saw him put batteries in. I could be wrong. If you guys, maybe Brick or somebody else in the chat, please correct me if I'm wrong. But I swear I saw him put batteries in one of the parts. I don't know.
What's crazy on his video was that I found it. Like you said, you like accessories. The spray paint can.
Oh, the little sounds. When you pull, I loved it.
He said, I don't know if he was trolling with me, but I was telling him about it. He said he said that it makes noise like an actual spray paint can.
Oh, like it's got like a little bead in it.
Yeah, I don't know if he was trolling me, but
yeah, he does a little ASMR.
Pedro, you're a sucker, dude, for bringing that back up too soon, dude. Yeah, his Uncle Ben. Hey, it's Uncle Aaron, dude. Come on, it's one mistake, man. No, I'm joking. Earth616 says, I love this line. I have all of them on order. I got my 29.9 a couple weeks ago. Dude, it's really good, man. It's really
people
good.
that went all in on this, man, that's going to be a great looking shelf.
Yeah.
People would be great.
I got the third party one in the bathrobe. Sorry cutting you off, Lane. I was just excited about people.
I was saying, too bad you're going to be waiting for the sequel to like 2027 or 20.
I know, dude. Kaiju Daddy in the house.
What's up, Kaiju?
Great to see you,
bro. Just make this sequel in like a half hour with AI. Let's go, man.
Right.
Like, seriously, it doesn't take that long anymore.
Dude, it could work with the universe.
Yeah,
What's
scary.
up, Kaiju? Illusion. Sorry, I missed your comment earlier. I meant to pull it up. Illusion says, I need to know how Joey is enjoying his Joker 4-pack. That set is straight fire. Museum quality figures for real.
Yeah.
Beautiful set. I'm telling you guys, it's insane. Whenever you see those in hand, it's hard to explain.
I sold mine, dude. I just
really.
So yeah, I know. Joey just sounded so disappointed. So this is what happened, Joey. In the grand scheme of things, when I pre-ordered that pack, I did not know I was going to be ordering 2 Jazz Inc. Batmobiles. And once I ordered those Batmobiles, obviously they're huge in size. One of them was completely unplanned, the 2022. So I took up all the space that I had set aside for that, and I was like, I gotta let it go, man. I got that box in, and you know how massive that box was.
Bro.
Dude, immediately I was like, I can't, man.
Did you at least make your money back on it?
I made money on it.
Okay, good.
Not to brag. I did make money on it. Because I sold it. I got first batch from Kit, and I sold it immediately. I made a little money from it.
Yeah. I saw one was selling for over 2K, so
yeah.
That's cool.
Do you mind if I just do like a quick public service announcement real fast?
Sure.
So like NECA today just announced a 35th anniversary of their 35th anniversary of the movie. It's the 4 turtles, a 7-inch. It's a 5-pack because it comes with the spirit of Splinter. And
dude, that's fire.
Dude, he like glows, and then the fire that's underneath him has batteries in it, and that like flickers and glows as well. They released that figure about 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago now.
Oh, that was a single release, wasn't it? It was pretty
release.
Expensive, right?
Dude, it's like going for like upwards of $250 now.
I remember seeing that. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get this 5-pack now for I think $169. It's almost sold out. They just announced it a couple hours ago. The 5-pack's almost sold out. So just a public service announcement.
If
anybody who missed it the first time, you want to grab it.
Yeah, if you want it, get it.
Yeah.
Brick,
that's my favorite
dude.
scene too.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm a sucker for stuff like that. Like I have all the Force Ghosts, like Black Series figures and stuff. I like those little ultra.
I do too.
It's cool to me.
And those, I think, they're the best 7-inch figures.
It's
ever
like,
made
dude,
still.
It's just like the Bear Blood Feral Predator from NECA.
Yes, I have that too.
Cool.
I love alternate takes on figures, man.
It's so cool. Brick, I know. Brick and I were talking about, there's that Nicolas Cage is getting the Spider Noir show, and I'm like, dude, we need a Spider Noir. Like that one from So Toys, which is not based on this film, or the previous 2 films, I should say. That one is going for a mint, and it's not even the exact noir that we see in these films. So I want to wait, and I want to get like an actual one from Hot Toys. So Brick and I are holding out for that one. Dude, I'm sorry. Hey, look, Illusion Entity, who's in your profile picture right now? You tell me. Who's in your profile picture? 2022, the Batman. Whose Batmobile did I get? The 2022 Batmobile. So you should be proud of me, dude. Come on. You got to give me a Hot Toys hotline for that one. You should be proud of me, dude. Did any of you guys, other than me, pick up the Prowler, Miles G. Morales? Am I the only one? Wow, dude. See, but I wasn't wrong though when I said this is more of a niche line. It really is. I could see, and based on seeing what these are selling for on eBay, it's kind of a niche line, and it's getting that price behind it because of it. So I'm interested to see like what the Hobie sells for, the Spider Punk, because I think that's the coolest figure of them all.
That's a great figure, man.
Yeah, which of course we're gonna jump to that next.
Look at all the effects on this though. It looks so good.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of like that Flash, from the Flash movie. That one's selling actually pretty good
for a shit ton. Yeah, which
really,
that one,
or at least the one with the ring.
I don't have the mouth plate yet, Lane, but I don't have the figure yet, but that one mouth plate is disgusting. I hate it so much. The one where he's like, but this is the best smiling mouth plate ever on the modern suit.
Bro, that is great. I also like the bloody bat cheek that's actually really good from the 89. But anyway,
the stock cape on this, by the way, I absolutely hate it. I had to swap it immediately with one of my custom capes. I got
the Jackson coming.
Yeah, so I ordered. So this is my plan right now.
Collar.
So right now I have a $40 cape that I got in a lot that I bought from somebody. I have a Jackson 89 cape on my 89, and then Jackson goes and upgrades the 89 cape and makes a more accurate one in the past couple weeks. So then I just ordered another Jackson cape, so now I'm going to take my 89 Jackson cape on my 89 figure, put it on this one, and then sell this one. A lot of shifting around, but also my Unreal Keaton cowl should be shipping soon. I just talked to him like last week. I'm going to have, apart from the little lumps on the suit, I'm going to have the ultimate 89 Keaton, and I cannot wait. Jazzy's complete. Let's go. See, Jazzy, I knew you had taste. Dude. This tasteless panel here. Not a single one of them are buying these figures.
I'm going symbiote suit, so that's the Spider-Man.
That's fair. You can't do both, right, Lane? Like the Spider-Man 2 line is so big too.
The goofy thing is that the Miles figures for that line are only been exclusives. So unless you're willing to go exclusive route, you can't just really get them.
Yes. Woo! I got my status back, dude.
Yeah, it's but yeah, no, I mean because I'm doing I already got the black suit. I'm gonna get the Melted Spider-Man, the anti-venom.
That suit's fire. I do. I love the. And anti-venom, Venom would be sick. Like the full-size Venom, that would be fire if they did that.
I picked up the Superior from that too. So
I wanted to get Superior, but
Joey and I had that one in hand. We didn't keep it because we just reviewed it. That's a sick figure.
That's pretty cool.
Beautiful, man. I just finished reading the Omnibus too, so I have even more of a affinity for it. And I bought the gravestone. Here lies Otto Octavius.
That's fire, dude.
Yeah, so I just have a gravestone to go with. I got that from Jeddah, actually.
Damn,
great piece.
That head is great.
Yeah, I saw him post that.
Yeah. Yes, this is great.
Dude, I hope they do Uncle Aaron. I know it's like a Wish figure, but that slender body with the Prowler outfit, like that tall slender body, would be so sick. Speaking of tall slender bodies, Hobie Brown, aka the Spider Punk, the best character in the whole movie.
It was a great character.
Dude, I loved not only his personality, but the way when he walked, the colors around him shifted and stuff. Dude, the animation for him was just amazing. And he's actually voiced by the guy from Get Out, who also was W'Kabi in Black Panther.
Yeah,
great actor, Daniel Kuzco or something.
Something like that. Yeah, he's good.
Someone can correct me in the chat. He's a great actor. I love him. He's an awesome actor.
This figure is one of the best arguments for buying two.
Dude, dude, don't get Brick started because he's actually probably going to get two of them.
You have to, bro. Come on. The choice it's such a horrible choice to have to make between these head sculpts.
Dude, it's so sick, man.
I know Zord Photography did some of these, and man, the poses he did look so good.
Oh yeah,
it's just a really cool figure, and the art styles. This is way cooler than the other Spider Punk from the video game.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, this is
100%,
so good, dude. That slender, skinny mask too is just super unique. Yes, and it does. Kaiju, I know. I'm sorry, dude. We actually spent a decent amount of time on Galen too. I know the timing sucks for you because you're so far, but. We did talk about it a decent amount. I said Kazuko. I know his name, too. I was just blanking on it. Thank you. Daniel Kaluuya. Dirk Diggler, stunt double in the house. What's up, my friend? Dirk says, I want the Peter B. Parker from this movie, him wearing the robe. Yeah, so I actually pre-ordered. I was saying, and someone actually pointed it out in the chat, the company that's making it. The Peter B. Parker with the robe. He's got the May Parker in the little baby harness on the front. Dude, that's Young Rich Toys is who did that one. I had to get it, dude. I love that character, and I thought he was a real one. He was a real one throughout, and he kind of seemed like he wasn't going to be a real one towards the end of the second film, and he made up for it. So had to get that one. But dude, like, this is so sick. This is such a sick figure. Beautiful head sculpt. Easily one of the best animated sculpts they've done, in my opinion. The hair, even though it's animated, has that texture to it, which I really love. Like, that's what I think I'm most impressed about, is you don't have like a really super soft looking head sculpt that's by nature soft. You know what I mean? I just think it looks awesome. I think it's a great looking figure. I think this one over time will sell for a considerable amount of money because, again, this line is so niche, and this is one that people might buy just because it looks cool.
God, look at the eyes, man. You can get so many expressions just from shifting those eyes, because they gave him a great expression to his face.
Young Rich, yep. Yeah, I know, dude. And like,
but look at that.
I know, I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. Again, for me, I love the personality behind a head sculpt. And to be fair, this character in the film did have his mask off for quite a bit. And I was talking to Brick about it. I love when you first get introduced to him, and he has that tiny little mask on, and he pulls it off, and all of his hair comes flowing out of the mask. It's just
so where to keep all that? Yeah,
right. It's such a cool reveal, and I'm like, I got to use the head sculpt on it. He was just such a chill,
looks like he's about
cool
to El Kabong somebody there.
Oh yeah, with the guitar, I love it, dude.
It's so nice too, because that T-shirt really gives it like dynamic. Like when he's stretched like this, you show more of the abdomen because the T-shirt kind of goes up. It just, in a weird way, because it's so animated and not realistic, it looks more realistic. I don't know how to explain it because of the way they did the tailoring on it. It just gives it such a vibrancy.
Yeah, and the suit, knock on wood, it looks like full cloth to me. That looks like all cloth to me. Mm-hmm. That looks like, when our Spider-Man figures were like, oh yeah, the red part is cloth. You know what I mean? It looks like the whole suit is full cloth.
Like the Hono one.
Exactly. How many figures can you cross arms like that? Like
that's true.
Like,
and it doesn't look
degree.
It doesn't look pinched. You know what I mean? Like that crappy Spider-Man fabric. It doesn't look pinched.
It's not like plasticky like that. Yeah.
See, that's fire. It's a fire figure, man. I cannot wait for this one.
So good. Like, I wish I needed this because I don't need it, but it's so cool.
Yeah, like I said, I totally agree. This is a very niche line, but these films are just so fun to me. I love the voice acting. Haley Steinfeld plays Gwen. I'm surprised Chris isn't tempted by that because that's his girl. Not his real girl. It's his dream girl.
It's animated. That's why.
Yeah, but that's
and also,
girl,
I feel kind of left out. It sucks. Like, I can't watch that movie without getting sick. Any of them. I got so freaking...
Really? You get sick watching?
Trying to watch. Yeah. Yeah. It's too much flashing and
I love it.
Yeah, some people have said
me and the wife both tried and we were like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
You know what else is nice too? He's got on both wrists. He's got, kind of wristbands and stuff like that. I love that because you can hide the joints a little bit better.
Yeah, and there's so much characters. Just so many little details. The guitar has a shit ton
like the
of
series
details.
Is so beloved too, and the characters, people love them, but I can't attach to them because I don't know what's going on.
Did you have that same feeling at home or just in the movies? Have you tried it?
Yeah, that was where I watched it. Was at home.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're not the only one. I went with a buddy of mine, and in the middle of it, he's like, "Dude, this is making me sick." So, I heard reports of that.
Yeah, I just had I'm glad.
And I usually don't have that problem, so I think I think it's the colors that do it. Like, I know I have a problem with the color red, so. If it's like a neon kind of, I don't know, it just makes me...
Well, Chris, we'll move on from the figure because it might be hurting your eyes right now. We'll jump off of it. I'm
what a great transition.
Hey, on this note, guys, I'm so sorry, but I got to go to work.
All right, bro. Take care. I'm glad you're able to make it for most of the stream.
Yeah, so I was putting the kids to bed in the beginning, and now I got to run out.
We'll be having more fun than you, unfortunately.
I know you will.
You'll be here in spirit and in the chat, I'm sure, at some point.
Yeah, always great seeing all you guys. Joey, great streaming with you.
Sir.
See you guys.
Bro.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
I know Chris he must be very jealous of this. Earth616 says, I'm going to have a full Haley Steinfeld display with Gwen, Kate Bishop, and Vi. Oh, I didn't know she voices, or it's Vi Lane? Vi? We had this discussion before, I feel.
I do have a Kate Bishop, though. So.
He does have Kate. I sold my Kate Bishop because they didn't do the freaking Hawkeye. V. I sold my Kate Bishop because they didn't do the freaking Hawkeye, so rest in peace, Kate Bishop. But I do have Gwen. I was waiting to see if they would announce the new Gwen. They sold hard on that, bro. Not announcing the Gwen from the second film. Like, why? What held them back? I don't know. So I had to get the first one. so it doesn't quite match with the look from the second film because she has sneakers in the second film and not those like ballet point shoes, but I'll take it. I don't care. She's an awesome figure. That's still a pretty awesome
The costume's close enough. Like
it's very
5%
similar.
of it is the same.
Exactly.
Which you figure would make it easier for them to do it.
I agree. Yeah, that is weird. Speaking of very unique and very exciting, this is a film that is awesome, and if you haven't seen it, and there's been multiple films. I think there's 3 films and a show based on his son. Sorry, 4 film. 5? There's 5. I thought there was only 3.
There's Highlander, Highlander 2, Highlander 3.
I guess I stopped at 3.
Dimension, Highlander Endgame, which is Jacob Kells, who I think, other than the Kurgan, is the best villain. And then there is the flaming trash heap that never should have ever come out, Highlander the Source. But
and then they did the show that was like based on his
son, the 4th and 5th one the 4th and 5th one, Connor Macleod is in the 4th one. You know, they're all different timelines or whatever. They're not all connected except for sort of the first 2. But Duncan Macleod and Connor are both in 4 because the main enemy is a guy who hates Connor, and then Duncan kind of shows up into it. And then the super low budget 5th one, which featured a guy who tried to talk like Vin Diesel with a cold and would move really fast. Like he would be super sped up to make him look like he ran like the Flash or something. That was his special power.
Dude, why are these photos so small? What the?
Yeah. But see, the thing I was going to say is as much as I like this figure, if this was Duncan Macleod from the Highlander TV series, I would be all over it. Because I think of Highlander more, the Duncan Macleod TV series version of the character more than Connor. And I've seen all the movies.
See, this would be the one I want because he's like the original main character. And his name's Connor, so that makes him pretty damn cool.
Well, I can't understand.
Valkyrie with the $5 super chat. I think that gets me my I'm broke goal for the night. Thank you so much, Valk. I appreciate you, my friend. You are too kind. He says, Vi as in buy because her name is Violet. That makes sense. That is a very good explanation. Yeah. Thank you for that because I don't know crap about that universe whatsoever. I've heard I got to watch the show Arcane. I know I'm slacking on that, but yeah.
My issue with this is they have to put out a Kurgan. Like they have to put out a
Kurgan. Here's Lane. Here's the thing with Iconiq, and I got to respect him for it. I am friendly with Luke from Iconiq, and Andy I used to be as well when he was more involved, which he did step down from his head role that he was in because he's got a family, family and stuff to focus on. But for me, I did ask. So the first thing I asked when this was dropped, because this did go up for early access pre-orders today. So if you pre-registered, there's only 800. I don't know why they like this number so much over at Iconiq. There's 888 of these. That's the limited edition number. So 888 went up for pre-order today at 11 a.m. EST. It's $269 plus shipping.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. I did ask Luke if this was leather, if it was a real leather jacket, and his response was, I'm unable to answer that at this time. So that tells me that maybe that hasn't been worked out yet. You will see on the website as well, there's no mention of the material of the coat. All I said was to Luke, knowing you guys, it'll probably be real leather. So I think it will be real leather. It looks like a jacket that could be very easily made out of real leather. It's not complicated at all. This is what you get. I think there's a decent amount of hands. You guys know my rule, 8 or more I think is acceptable. We got 9 extra hands, or maybe 9 total hands. A pretty cool looking base. You got a few gloved hands, and then you have I was going to show you guys the rest of the photos, but I guess the way that they downloaded from their website, they're not in the proper format, so I can only show you this. That sucks.
I hate when that happens.
I know. I didn't even realize it. I guess it was from like the slideshow that they had on their website when I saved them. It looked fine on Facebook, but now that I'm zoomed into them, it looks awful. And shout out to D'Lo. I know D'Lo Highlander has a special place in his heart, and I think this is the most excited I've seen D'Lo in quite a while for a figure. And you don't see D'Lo often saying like a day one pre-order from him because he's very reserved. He'll pre-order stuff when he feels like he needs to. So for D'Lo to run in pre-order this one day one, I think is a testament to how special this figure is to some people. If you haven't seen this movie, it's cool. I know a lot of people probably haven't seen it.
I've never seen it.
So basically the premise is this dude lives through the sands of time, essentially. I explained it to Chris kind of, but
and the good thing is you can literally just watch this movie and you don't have you don't literally have to watch anything else. You can, because this movie that's part of the problem for
it's great on its own. Yes.
Yeah, it like literally kind of,
and it ends off in a great place. Story.
it ends the story really because it was made as just there's this one movie and there's not anything more, and then that's where things got turned kind of into a mess for a long time with the other movies.
Yeah, Highlander the Raven, that's the name of the TV
that
show.
was Elizabeth Grace's character from the Highlander TV show.
Yeah, so
Rebecca.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping to do a Kurgan at least just to, they could close off the line there, or maybe like a Ramirez would be fire as well. Sean Connery's character, that would be sick. For me, Lane, I kind of mentioned this briefly when we started talking about this. I'm cool with the representation from the first film and calling it a day. That's good enough for me. I'm glad they chose the first film. Yeah. Everybody's saying they love Highlander. I'm glad to see the Highlander love. I actually saw a lot of people saying they pre-ordered this on Facebook. Like, I was actually surprised how many people dropped the pre-orders today. So,
Wayne, I'll tell you right now, if you have not seen Highlander the Source, that makes Highlander 2, or at least the Renegade, which had some of the funny time travel stuff and everything, that makes that movie look like freaking Hamlet in comparison. Highlander the Source is one of like the worst movies I have ever seen.
That's why you just got to stick with the OG. They did it right, like you said, Lane. They basically ended it off in a good place. But now, guys, really quick, just this is a quick bit of news. There's a couple more things before we end out the stream. Kaustic Plastik has officially announced the pre-order date for their Frank Dux from Bloodsport. April 4th is the date. So mark your calendars. I always pre-order directly from Kaustic. It will be available through Big Bad Toy Store, Sideshow. Kaustic just announced a huge deal for licensing where they have access to a ton of stuff from Universal. Like, it's a massive deal. I can't remember the name of the company they worked out the deal with, but basically this company has rights to a shit ton of Universal properties, including Back to the Future. And from what Fabio was saying, he was obvious, and Fabio is, the head of Kaustic, one of many people that makes this company great. But he was beyond excited about it. It seemed like it opened opportunities for more Universal Monsters stuff beyond what they were already able to do. He mentioned Back to the Future is possible. Obviously, that's a very, very brief, early, like a what if thing. But it's exciting. So, but yeah, anyways, sorry, just got sidetracked. All those places will have it. As always with Kaustic, usually they do a web exclusive. At the very least, it comes with like a free t-shirt. And it only comes like in an edition size of 200. But sometimes they do special accessories that only come with that version. So keep an eye out when this goes up for pre-order if you want like everything. Exactly. The Frankenstein, I think, was just a t-shirt this time around because the other base pieces you could actually buy individually as well. But there have been many times where the exclusive web exclusive version came with stuff that only came with that. So yeah. I know, I think Fabio said you'll get 3 head sculpts with the web exclusive. I don't know if it's just going to be like a web exclusive version just for them or like a third exclusive version.
Be the screaming one.
It is the screaming sculpt. The screaming sculpt is the exclusive
one you have
sculpt.
To get is that one of all the head sculpts.
He did confirm that. So the battle damage sculpt, which was a newly shown sculpt as of like a week and a half ago, that is the deluxe included version. And then when you get the exclusive, you get all 3. And the third sculpt would be the open mouth screaming sculpt. Also, we all know they are working on developing the Chong Li figure, so you will be able to get the dynamic duo.
Chong Li. They make sure, I know, in some of the advertising to mention.
Yes, and Fabio has been on stream, like with Mafia stream, he did say they are developing the Chong Li. It's very early in development, but you will get the companion piece for this. So yeah, that's just a bit of information. Again, we have one more like kind of somewhat time-consuming topic that we're going to be as brief as possible on, given the time. Quick update from Jazz Inc., guys. I know a lot of us saw that BTAS Batman that Jazz showed, Yost showed the prototype of for Jazz Inc. Didn't quite have those animated proportions. At first I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. And then the more I saw people sharing their thoughts on it, I'm like, I agree. I think it should have more animated proportions. So in record turnaround time, Yost has shown renders of a custom body, the potential body that they're going to use for this figure. I think this looks way better. You have more of that tapered Dorito-shaped upper body. Of course, I think he's probably going to make the arms a little bit longer because they're a bit on the shorter side for the animated look. But this is a great step in the right direction. For people that are big Batman the Animated Series fans like I am, to have an officially licensed, accurate Batman the Animated Series figure is amazing. So I'm glad Yost listened to feedback. Again, this is just very early renders he shared within like less than a week of hearing feedback and people complaining. So yeah, this is really exciting for sure. I'm so glad that Yost was able to hear feedback and adjust accordingly. Our last topic of the night, guys, one that I'm very, very excited to talk about. Yoma, I'm not sure which film you're talking about. What was it? Are you still on? Are we talking about Bloodsport? Maybe, probably Bloodsport. And yes, you're not going to do yourself any favors rewatching Bloodsport right now because you're going to want the figure because it's got medical grade silicone, 3 head sculpts, multiple outfits. You're going to want it.
I'm so ready for that figure, dude.
Yeah.
Say it.
I'll just take Wayne real quickly. He says I have to check it out, bro. Go to that movie is just worth watching for the haircut one of the immortals has. He's supposed to be some like futuristic cardinal at the in the Catholic church or something. Dude has one of the most epic terrible haircuts I've ever seen in a movie. It looked like something out of like The Fifth Element or something like that for how terrible it is.
Cool.
Nice. Anyways, guys. Oh, Bloodsport. Okay, I thought so. So anyways, guys, Blitzway DeLorean. And I did make a video on my channel kind of sharing my thoughts on it, but just kind of obviously I'm not going to go as in depth because we're ending out the stream here. But if you have the Hot Toys one, I recently just let my Hot Toys one go after this one went up for pre-order. Putting off the normal like copying aside that we do as collectors when we see something better of a version of something that we already have, this is better than the Hot Toys version in a lot of ways. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you think that, it's not worth upgrading to because there's not that much different, I have to highly disagree with you guys on this. This is considerably more accurate, number one, to the Hot Toys version. There's a lot of stuff that Hot Toys missed that Blitzway went through their due diligence. They mentioned actually in one of their posts that this took them years to develop. So they've been working on this for quite a while. There's a lot of little details, guys. One, even in this just this photo here, the spare tire. Hot Toys got that wrong. They just put one of the regular tires in there. They didn't do the actual like bubble-shaped spare tire with that spare-looking wheel inside.
Which I told you, DeLorean, to shout at him. The wheel inside the Hot Toys one is more accurate than the wheels on the car, but it's not accurate to what it's supposed to be under the hood.
Right, it's supposed to be an actual spare tire.
Yeah.
I think the flux capacitor looks a lot better than the Hot Toys one as well. It looks more accurate. It lights up better. There's a video of it lighting up, and it almost looks like there's like vapor. Chris and I were like rewatching it because I was like, this is crazy. It looks like there's like vapor coming off of it. It's really bizarre. It looks awesome. A lot of other things too, like the zip ties on the wiring, the color coding of the wiring. Yeah. How realistic the tires look. They didn't get the decals on the tires, unfortunately. They weren't able to get the licensing for that.
Are you able to zoom in the wheel? Do they have a, because I want to see from this photo.
Yeah, I have some other shots as well. Yeah, I have some other shots as well, but guys, if you haven't seen the videos yet, it's very impressive. You have fully motorized gull wing doors, so they do open up with a magnetic feature. It's like a sensor on the inside of the doors, so the doors just magnetically open up with the sensor. The hover conversion actually works by sitting it on the base. There's a sensor in the base, and then it converts on its own, which, guys, you're going from broken-ass Batch 1 struts on the Hot Toys Batch 1 DeLorean to something like that. That's a huge difference. And, we had mention of diecast and we weren't quite sure because it was pretty vague before the pre-orders actually went live and they showed like additional photos and stuff. But we have a photo of where all of the diecast is, and it's very important. I'm going to show it to you guys very shortly. It's very important where they've placed all of the metal parts in this, and it's very, very exciting because of that. On the inside, there's a lot of different stuff, too, from the Hot Toys that we did, or with the Blitzway version that we didn't see with the Hot Toys. You have a lot of moving parts. The actual shift knob moves. The Hot Toys one had that, but you also have the sun visors that move. The steering wheel is actually linked to the two front wheels, which is awesome because the Hot Toys one, you couldn't even properly roll it or you risk breaking it because it just wasn't meant to roll. Not that you're going to play with your expensive vehicle, but some people might, and it actually has a link to the front tires to the steering wheel, which is awesome. Really, really cool. I think the time circuit looks much more realistic to the Hot Toys version. I just think the whole interior in general, for the most part, looks a lot better. if you compare them tit for tat, there might be one or two things that may look better on the Hot Toys, depending on how you look at it. But generally speaking, I think the interior looks a lot more crisp, a lot more polished, a lot more clean.
I told you it was like that spider, but the glasses and stuff, it's like clear.
Right. Chris, we talked about this, like not having to do the Mike Lane mod zip ties on this one. Blitzway already provided it on their DeLorean. They've done all the zip ties all the way down the wires. Again, the color coding of the wires and everything looks really good. I don't know if we saw it in any photos that I've shown yet, but the flux bands actually do light up on this one, which was not a feature on the Hot Toys one. That's really cool. I told Chris I probably won't use that on mine because you're kind of limited to a very specific display option if you want to be accurate, quote unquote, with how the flux bands are used. Of course, in your display, you can do whatever you want. But
leather
for
seats.
me, yeah, real leather seats, which is very impressive. I know Jazz Inc. is now doing that on their vehicles as well. By the way, what's up, Philly Figurecraft, my dude? I know you're very excited for this one as well. Channel member, a good friend, and overall lad. Philly says, fellas in chat, how we doing? We're doing great. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're doing well, Philly. Always great to see you. Luke Christian in the house. What's up, bro? Luke says, heyo, day one pre-order here, and I have the Hot Toys version. Same, dude. Same. I dropped that Hot Toys version like a sack of potatoes, man. And that's not to say that anybody needs to drop their Hot Toys version. If you're happy with yours, keep it. But if we're being real with ourselves, you know, Blitzway, and I have this scrolling across the bottom of the screen, and I haven't addressed it yet, but for $999, free shipping from Blitzway. I mean,
I paid less for this out the door than I did my Hot Toys one, and I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, Blitzway,
which is crazy.
Yeah, dude, Blitzway knew that if they priced this accordingly, they were going to sell a shit ton of them, and that's what they've done. $999 for an accurate 6-scale DeLorean time machine. I mean, come on now. From Back to the Future Part 2, the best version of the DeLorean, the hover-converted Mark II DeLorean, it's going to be hard to beat, guys, at that price tag. A lot of people are going to be looking at their Hot Toys one, scratching their head, be like, oh, do I need to get rid of this? You know what I mean? Like, it's tough, man. Especially when that Hot Toys one was selling for like $1,500 almost prior to this one dropping. It's rough. It really is. And yes, it has leather seats. They have the seat belts. There's just so many little details that they got right.
Yep.
Is it perfect? Nothing is ever perfect, guys, but it's the best. It's the best.
Pretty darn close.
1/6-scale DeLorean. In my opinion, it's the best DeLorean for my personal collection that's been made in any scale. And I know probably the biggest competitor to this one would be like the Eagle Moss, because that one's like the ultimate, most accurate. But for a 6-scale collector, this is my favorite DeLorean that's been done. I did have the Tony one. I ended up selling it, but yeah. So that is my biggest concern. What's up, Sultan Time? Thank you so much for being here. He said, "I will not tolerate potato hate here." I apologize, Sal. Got a shot here of Mr. Fusion. All of the wiring and tubing and everything looks much better on this one as well, more crisp. So a couple of things that were left out on the Hot Toys were included on this one. Again, just ultimate accuracy. And I want to see a shot of the rear lighting. I don't know if I guess it's not in this group of photos. I do have more. Let me jump over to this. So these are the actual official announcement photos, like when it was actually dropped, all of the different photos that Blitzway put on their page. One thing that was hugely improved as well is the lighting throughout the vehicle. One thing, and Chris kind of brought this up, that is a bit concerning that we haven't seen enough of to really, consider it accurate, is the lighting when the wheels are hover converted. If you actually look at, and they did get the tone of the light correct. Hot Toys got that wrong, and they also obviously had that awful light bleed issue on the backside of the wheels. But if you look at the car in the film and the scenes where you see it lowering to the ground or taking off, it projects light onto the ground. It's a very bright stream of light coming from each tire. And we're not seeing that here with this, which is surprising because this does have 9-volt capability. So hopefully that's just kind of the prototype and they're going to adjust that further. But I would like to see that cast more on the ground as it's hover converted. And Chris, you kind of noticed that too.
Yeah, and I can also say this. When you look at that shot in one of their videos of you seeing it from like looking up at it and you see the sequential LEDs, the green lights under the vehicle, I noticed this, like the chassis and suspension underneath looks a lot more detailed than Hot Toys. When you flip Hot Toys or look at it, the lights are cool, but it feels cheap to me. It's like the only cheap looking thing on the car besides like the floor on the inside. But I thought that was really cool because they didn't have to detail it that much underneath, and they did. Like, they went all out on this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally agree. And like I said, they just kind of covered all their bounds on this one. Another big improvement over the Hot Toys, they didn't fully light up the thrusters in the back on the Hot Toys, which they've improved on this Blitzway version.
And not
you've
individual.
got right, and you've got power windows on this one, actual turn signals that work, and it makes a sound. When you press the brake pedal, the actual brake lights turn on. You have engine startup sounds. You got, dude, it's just, they've covered everything. And obviously a big concern is going to be, how do these electronics hold up over time? Well, I think it really matters how often you use them. I'm going to probably do it a few times and say that's freaking awesome, and then just have my DeLorean in my display and ride off into the sunset. So I'll probably be fine. I've heard some mixed things about Blitzway's electronics in the past, but I think it's a new era for Blitzway. I just can feel it. This is a new era for Blitzway, and I think they're going to go all out with this one, guys. I think
one thing I think they should have done is give you the fire trail behind it. You know, like how there's like you just set them down behind it.
Somebody
yeah,
I've seen those. Yeah,
yeah. I think the main reason they didn't include that is because, and this isn't like
I feel like it
across
would
the board.
cheapen it a little.
That, but also this isn't like across the board true, but oftentimes when they're marketing like the Part 1 vehicle, that's tends to be more often than not like a Part 1 accessory. That's
I don't know about it.
But like the Tomy DeLorean, which is a smaller scale DeLorean that came out not long ago, fully diecast and everything, that was the Part 2 vehicle, and that did come with the fire
because the Part 2 it flies more than it does drive, like Part.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know. I don't know much about it.
Yeah, and by the way, Jazzy, yeah, any big scale vehicle would be sick on a coffee table. I love that display idea. I've seen people do it, and it looks awesome.
You know, I have my glass with my WWE ring, and I'm so even my wife was like, "You gotta put that in there." And I'm just like, but then I don't know where to put that, so I'm thinking about getting two. I'm gonna have to put it next to and have two different coffee table displays.
Right. Clone Trooper, I wish this was true. He says, if you go 88 miles per hour, will it go back in time and tell me not to order? Dude, I wish we had the Hot Toys Almanac and I could go back and be like, huh. You know what I mean? Or I should say the Blitzway Almanac. I wish I had the Blitzway Almanac so I could see to the future announcements from Blitzway. I bet you a lot of people would love to have that, who spent all that money on those Ghostbusters. They would love to have that Blitzway Almanac. I agree, though. I do think that they would go back and or some sort of custom maker would make that. Luke says, what realistic price for the Hot Toys DeLorean in terms of selling? I think probably like $650, honestly. $650, $700 is going to be what most buyers are going to aim for to make it justifiable to not go for something that's only $300. You know what I mean? I think that's about where buyers are going to be. Yeah, I sold mine for more than that. I don't want to tell you guys the number because it wasn't an astronomical amount. Chris knows, but I don't want to like let you guys down on what you're going to get for yours. I didn't get a crazy amount for mine, but also I was able to sell mine cheaper because I only paid $400 something for my Mark II DeLorean because I had so many Sideshow rewards. I saved them up from like over a year. So
I'm still working on mine.
What's up, Action in the Box and Blue Tattoo? What's good, my friends? I hope you're doing well.
The box is sitting right there.
70 people watching, guys. You got a lot of love for the DeLorean. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, consider dropping a like on the stream. Action in the Box says, I'm getting this time machine, a crazy big step for a guy that is in Brazil. That's awesome, dude. Well, congrats on that. I'm very excited to take a look at this myself. I cannot wait. I wish I remembered who I pre-ordered this from. So someone actually asked, I apologize. There was a comment about the free shipping. Oh, Luke Christian. Luke asked, there was a bit of confusion around free shipping. Is there a confirmation that it is for everyone or only specific regions? So as far as I know Blitzway USA is offering free shipping for those who purchase in the U.S. I think it's specific to people in the U.S. Mm-hmm. I know if you're not in the U.S., you purchase from Blitzway Global. I think they were offering... they were charging for shipping. I think Blitzway Global was charging for shipping. Yeah,
didn't what's his name just say he paid like $1,900?
Yes, yeah. So I think Blitzway Global was charging for shipping. So they're charging for shipping. They did charge a higher deposit because Blitzway Direct only charged $79. Another thing to note when you're purchasing from Blitzway, guys, especially on Blitzway USA, if you're in the US, like us on the panel, you do have to pay taxes. So like for me, that would have been like another $60. For some people who get taxed like crazy, it was like almost $100. So keep that in mind. You do have to add on that tax once you get that invoice. Chris and I ended up paying $1,000 out the door. And if I could remember the name of the website, it was my first time pre-ordering from him. It was recommended from my buddy Dave Young. Shout out to Dave Young. Talked to the gentleman that owned the shop. He was the nicest guy ever. He has a Facebook group. I wish I had it on hand. But if you join his Facebook group, he has a discount code that gives you 10% off the vehicle. And it was $1,000 out the door. And I kind of picked his brain a little bit. I had a short little conversation with him. And he said he does get his stuff directly from Blitzway. Like he said he has a great relationship with Blitzway. So he told me he usually gets his stuff like right when Blitzway gets it, or I guess a little bit before, because usually distributors, believe it or not, they take care of their buyers first. So if I had a link, I think maybe Chris will find it. But anyways, I purchased it directly from this one. It's a really awesome site.
It's Kicks Generation Toys.
Kicks Generation Toys. And guys, I haven't purchased from them before, but the guy's legit. He has a Facebook group. He's got a lot of reviews. He's a super nice guy, and he seems like he just loves what he does. So he doesn't carry Hot Toys, but he does carry Blitzway. So if you're going to be picking up the Ghostbusters, I'll probably end up getting my Ghostbusters from him because his prices are just incredible. And I don't have a code with him. I don't have any kickbacks. It's just a fun experience. I talked to him, and I thought he was a really nice guy, and his prices were great. So for Chris and I, $1,000 out the door to the U.S. Straight up, $1,000 out the door, and that's cheaper than Blitzway Direct. So I'm very happy.
Fire.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's the link.
Big Bag Toy Store also offering $4 shipping like you.
Probably taxes with Big Bad, I would imagine. They probably charge taxes. Yeah. Sultan says, guys, do you think we're going to get any other figures from SM3 besides Bully dude, I don't know.
Also, sorry to cut you off. Another quick thing on Kicks. At the top, it does say free standard shipping on U.S. orders over $250.
But it doesn't
apply to the DeLorean, unfortunately.
Join the Facebook group. The owner of Kicks specifically asked me not to share the code because he likes to leave that for people that join his group. So join his group, and there's a code, and it'll get you, Chris? It was like $49 off the DeLorean. It basically covered the shipping because the shipping was only like $50 because it's in the U.S. That's great because this vehicle's like an inch bigger than the Hot Toys version. So, yeah, I think it is shipping. But
their deposit
you're right,
is also more than Blitzway itself by like 20. It's not much
it was
more.
$100 flat, I think, from Kicks, right? It was $100 flat, which is
we're
very
$909
fair.
out the door, like invoice.
So I wanted to draw your guys' attention to this because this is very, very important and incredible. And I feel like not a lot of people were talking about this, but Blitzway has actually given us a heat map of where all the die cast is in the vehicle, and it's all of the structural parts. So for those of us who were so worried about the Mark II DeLorean from Hot Toys and those people that had issues breaking their struts and everything, Blitzway has gone through and made all of that die cast, and that is amazing. And again, this vehicle is $999. Like, it feels too good to be true. Like a lot of us have said that because it's just such a great deal. And
10 pounds
all of the
heavier.
structural parts. Look what we have here: the struts, all of the mechanisms inside the wheels for the hover conversion,
the struts,
the chassis,
the steering
column.
Yeah.
Everything. In the mechanism for the gull wing doors. They've checked all the boxes. And even I'm guessing this here is like the hood struts for opening up the hood.
Yep.
Amazing. And I feel like not enough people were talking about this. All the electronic functions are awesome, but this is what makes this truly awesome, is future-proofing the vehicle from breaking on you. No issues with the struts. Fingers crossed. Hope everything works as intended. Obviously, that's a big if because you never know. Also, guys, as we wind down on this topic, there are some promotional materials that you get, some promotional items, I should say, for pre-ordering. You get the hoverboard here, which is actually not exactly what we were hoping it would be. It doesn't actually hover on a magnet or anything, which is what we were expecting. You actually can use it, though, to actually activate all of the magnetic functions on the vehicle, all those sensors, which is pretty cool. Here's all the bonus items listed here that are included with the vehicle also. Chris, the cane, the can, and the almanac, those are standard items, right? Like, that's just part of the normal pre-order, I believe. So you get Biff's cane, you get the beer can, which is obviously used by Doc when he's filling up Mr. Fusion. I'm surprised they didn't do the banana peel. I'm probably just going to have to buy a 6-scale banana peel.
Like, to me, it's still more than what Hot Toys did. Like we didn't
Yeah,
get
absolutely.
any
Absolutely.
other accessories with it. So
I have an almanac with my Part 2 DeLorean, but that's awesome for people that are maybe going to be using their Part 1 figures as a stand-in. You get the almanac, which is really cool. Yeah, there's the can of beer. That's awesome. Like I said, I'm going to hunt down a 6-scale banana peel for sure because I just have to. I don't think there's any other photos from this link here, but the 2 other included pieces that you don't get with the Hot Toys version that you get with this one is you actually get magnetic license plates. So you get that amazing out-of-time license plate, the out-of-time license plate, and you also get like a titanium 40th anniversary, which is really cool. I mean, I wouldn't use that for accuracy's sake, but it's a nice little commemorative thing for the vehicle.
I'll probably still display it with like next to it at least.
Well, the best part about it being magnetic, Chris, is if you have like a custom nameplate made or something, you can magnetize it to the metal. It's clever. I like it. I think it's cool, and it's like commemorating the 40th anniversary. So
yeah.
And thank you, Chris. I was just going to ask if you remembered what that date was. So April 19th is the last day. And Blitzway, yet again, surprising us, the exclusive items are available through all of their retailers. So you can get it from anywhere, and as long as you get it within that period, you do get those exclusive items, the pre-order bonus items, which is really cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I spoke with him the other day. It was my first time talking to him, and he was the sweetest, nicest guy ever. He answered all my questions, and he was very to the point, which I love. And Blue Tattoo, I don't know if I said hi to you. If I didn't, what's up, Blue? Great to see you, bro. Enjoyed watching you the other day on Gio's stream as well. Gio had a stacked panel the other day, so great to have you here. But yeah, guys, I didn't even scratch the surface of all the special things about this. If you want to kind of hear more in-depth thoughts from me on this, I do have a video on the channel talking about this. They actually did pretty well, so I was pretty happy with that. I've been kind of going back to my... It's weird revisiting my Copper Flop series because I stopped doing those probably 2 years ago. And now Joey, he has his Copper Drop stream, so it's like it's like a multiversal thing. Like they sound so similar, but Copper Drop, not to be confused with Copper Flop. Copper Flop is just my little like video series I did long ago. Joey streams every Thursday at 10:30.
9 CT
9 directly
Central.
Exactly 9 Central. I'm messing up here at the end of the stream, but so Joey, say it officially so I don't so I know where to send people. There's a link in the description for Joey's channel, by the way, guys. Joey, when are the streams every week?
Thursday at 9 p.m. Central Time. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Copper Drop, baby.
Awesome stream.
Great streams, great guys over on there. Zio, Austin, of course, you guys know Austin.
And Danny.
And Danny's a great guy as well. So great streams over there. Joey also does have guests sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe
we had a figure hideout on there one time too. That's one of the bigger names probably everybody knows.
I think I did it one time.
Yeah, you did it too. Chris did it.
I guess it's my turn now, dude. Joey's like, if he invites me to his, I'll have him on mine. So
no. Well, I gotta wait. Like you said, for some good stuff to come.
Joey will have queued up your own wrestling entrance theme and he'll cut from some of your old.
Well, I'm honored that he would even give me a wrestling entrance.
Next time I'm on, I'm gonna be in a kangaroo suit.
Yeah,
Sultan, I forgot to answer your question. I apologize. I don't know, to be honest. Maybe not for a while because they haven't announced a single thing since the black suit, and I feel like if they release that black suit without any changes, it's going to be like an absolute uproar. So we'll see.
I'm about 80% sure that they're gonna fix it.
I think so too. I don't think it's going to be perfect, but I think it's going to be much better.
You gotta wonder.
It was so bad it cost Connor to get rid of it.
Yeah.
I got rid of the first Toby. I didn't get rid of the black suit.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I got rid of that one.
That figure is taking a long time to come out.
It is.
Yeah.
I will.
Hopefully for good reason.
They're nervous. They're like sweating while we're.
Yeah, they're like stitching it up in the factory. Like, do you think it looks like him? They're like holding it up to.
I'm interested.
Holding it in the light.
Yeah,
holding it in the light.
Do you guys think between now and Celebration, do you think Artisan Anakin's going to come out?
No.
You think
so
the
a buddy of mine, I think he lives in Korea.
Hairless Joker. They might be making time.
Lane, I truly think that Artisan Anakin's hairstyle is just complicated, so it's like a manufacturing thing because they were already kind of slow with the Artisan batches, like they were kind of pushing them out. Like you saw what happened with Jack Sparrow recently.
I'm
like Sideshow, lie, bro.
Sideshow
can take as long as it needs.
Yeah,
Sideshow.
Yeah, because Chris has an expensive invoice to pay. Mine's paid off actually.
Yeah, no, mine's paid off too.
Mine's paid off too. But Sideshow customer service just like week before last quoted me as late as June.
Yeah, if we're talking about like the ambassadors, I would
No, I was talking to their actual customer service.
Even then, I don't know. I feel like they're just reading what they have on their website, and they're like, yeah this could be a shit. I'll tell you this, like a friend of mine who lives in Korea, I think one of the websites that he purchases through, he got like a email blast about a bunch of delayed figures. There's a crap ton of delayed figures that aren't going to be releasing on time. It was a bunch of them. Artisan Anakin wasn't even mentioned in that list. I'm like, dude, that figure's not coming out anytime soon. So, but again, I do think part of that is probably the complexity of his hair, because we've seen at some conventions where it looks great and others where it's like it's a little unruly. So I think they probably want to dial it in.
That probably means Dark Empire Luke's going to be a long way off.
We'll see. But
they know that character's beloved, so it has to.
Yeah, we'll see.
They can mess around on some other ones, but I feel like Anakin.
I think they'll do a good job, and I have faith. Guys, review-wise for me, again, check out Collector Joey. There is a link in the description. Review-wise for me and Joey, we have both of these Spider-Verse figures that we talked about today coming, so I'm excited for us to be able to check those out. Keep an eye on our channel for reviews of those. I think the Hobie Brown Spider-Punk should be here any day now. Also, tomorrow, I think my 1/12 scale InArt Batman is showing up. I'll be doing a video on that. Believe it or not, jumping in. I know Kaiju Daddy and my boy, why am I blanking on his username? You know what I'm talking about, Kaiju Daddy, and everybody else is into the 1/12 stuff. You guys are very proud of me because I'm taking a look at a 1/12 scale figure. I think that's all I have coming that I'm going to be doing videos on. If anything else cool pops up that makes me want to like talk about it, I'll do, individual videos on those. We'll just see how everything pans out. But sneaky figures, dude. Why was I blanking? That just Sneaky, don't take offense to it. You know you're my boy. Behind the camera, and Joe, you could probably attest to this, when you're the host, your mind just turns to mush, especially when you're about to wind down, dude. I just forget everything. Forget everything I know.
Yeah, I've seen you both forget like
me too. Yeah,
dude, names and stuff.
It happens, bro. Like you're when you're the running the show and like you're talking the whole time and like your brain turns to mush.
Your brain is going for a couple hours.
It was like me saying Uncle Ben for Miles Morales. I'll look back at that later and be like, I'm a fucking idiot, But
bro, it's hard. Sometimes I will forget people's name and I'm like, please don't take it personally.
And you're like, I know this, bro.
Yes.
Like, I know this. Like if I wasn't behind this camera, I know it, but it just happens. But yeah, see, Sneaky knows he's my boy. But Sneaky, you were who I was referring to for the 1/12 scale stuff. Chris, I don't know what's coming up for you on the channel. Maybe nothing at that.
Honestly, it's like whatever. I feel like at this point, I got Ron and an InArt Superman, if it's even worth it, if I feel like it. But just being a dad is kind of consumed, and then getting off at whatever hours because of UPS. But yeah, man, I still love all you guys. I love coming on Tuesday. Still love chatting it up here on stream for sure. May do a collection tour. I know I've harped on that many, many times, but it's kind of overdone.
Yeah, I've never done one.
If you're there to watch, appreciate you. If you're still subbing, appreciate you.
Also, guys, almost forgot, keep an eye on Joey's channel as well, because I'm sure, Joey, you're probably going to do a review pretty quickly on that Deadpool, so you'll probably be one of the first reviews. So it'll be one of your first looks at that new Deadpool, guys. So check out Joey for that Deadpool review. Absolutely. And Joey will prove that Riley Lowe's accessories are better, because I know he's going to compare them in the video. So I'm excited to see that, even though we already know the answer. But yes. And then legendary Lane Kramer. You'll see him everywhere. Check out Lane's unboxing of Sabine Wren over on Collecting Weekly, and shout out to Collecting Weekly, especially Zach. I love that dude, and anytime I ask Zach for anything, he's just like my little angel. He's just the best guy ever. And I've got my Avatar figure. You can kind of see Jake Sully behind me. I wasn't going to use the waist grabber on those, and I asked Zach to 3D print me some hooks, and they work great. And I just want to give a big shout out to Zach. I'll probably never see this, especially because it's the end of the stream. But
Zach made me this too. He made the Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh yeah, because you and
that thing is freaking
you and
dope.
Austin are real into the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. You use that for Deadpool, right?
Yeah.
And Austin got that like 1-to-1 scale statue.
Yeah, he did.
Crazy thing coming. That thing's sick. But yeah, shout out to Zach. He is an absolute angel, and I hope Zach finds that Rolex, because I know he wants it really bad. And every time I watch his little videos, I'm like, come on, we need Zach to get his Rolex, his dream watch. But that's going to wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much, as always, for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you. Everybody who donated, subbed, liked. You guys are too generous, and I do appreciate each and every one of you. We'll have streams for the next 2 weeks. I could tell you right now, at least most likely we will, unless something crazy happens. But the third week of April, I will not be here. Chris will not be here either, so there will be no streams. So I'll tell you that right now. Mark your calendars. But there will be no show the third week of April because we won't be here. I'll be on vacation, living it up in Florida. So it's going to wrap it up, guys. Check out Copper Drop on Thursday, 9 p.m. Be there at B Square.
Yes, sir.
Or Joey's going to disown you. And that's confirmed.
Bella says check the sub button. Make sure it's not broken. Click on it. And
hit it with your elbow.
Hello, Christian. Right, hit it with your elbow. Thank you, Christian, for popping at the end. Hope you enjoyed the replay. Everybody watching on the replay, enjoy it. Guys, check out Collector Joey on YouTube. Links in the description. Subscribe. Do all that stuff. See ya.
Later, everybody. Remember to make bad choices.